It's transfer deadline, people. Jeremy Jacquet is a here we go. Is it over the line? We believe it is for the summer. Not only that, people, Geertruida deal falls through. Another one, shall we say? And not only that, people, there's an update on Harvey Elliott and what's going on with his future. Sit back, relax. Transfer deadline special. It's your boy, man like Matt Drift. Let's get into this, people.
Hi, this is Jordan Henderson, and you're watching Team Kop-ish.
Being free back again, ripping LFC till the end, so go on tell a friend. If they rockin' red, they're a 10 champions, we the best, we come again. Kop-ish clean up in every region, elevation in every season. Catch up in all the fast match up in real rap, and Drifty go on tell them this is that, this is that. This is Kopish, this is Kopish. Reppin' Liverpool till the end, champions, we the best, come again. This is that. This is Kop-ish. This is Kop-ish. The main free back up in your screen, real ones know this the place to be. This is Kop-ish.
Yes, people, welcome back to Team Kopish, not Timex, people. It is the Monday night show. Not only that, is transfer deadline. It has passed. Make sure you smash the like button and make sure you subscribe, all that good stuff, people, because we are on the road to 50K. Please help us get there. Not only that, this video is sponsored by okjersey.com. We can go and get your football jerseys for about £15. Use the code Kopish and get 8% off, people. I know Cal, big up Cal, obviously, who is here in spirit. You might see him in the chat. Obviously, Cal is feeling unwell, so he probably won't be here, but he's kind of here. Not only that, though, Cal's going to speak to you about OK Jersey.
Are you fed up of spending over £100 just for a football jersey? Well, so am I. So why not check out okjersey.com? Right, people, you can pay £15. That's right, £15 and grab yourself a Liverpool jersey. 15. Not 50, 15. All you have to do to get a further 8% off as well is use the promo code Kopish, Kopish, people. Check out OK Jersey right now. And look, Valentine's Day is around the corner. Ladies, if you want to get in your man's good books, some football shirts is a good way of doing that. Gents, maybe you even want to get your wifey one. Check out okjersey.com. Check it out now.
Big up Carl once again.
QR code is on the screen as well, guys. So you don't even have to hit the link if you don't want. Hit that QR code in the top left screen there above Matt, and you will get taken straight to the website. And I tell you what, for all the lovely ladies that are watching,
right there,
if you have a boyfriend, I can tell you firsthand, it kind of hits a little different when your missus buys you a football top. I don't know if it's just because as men we're very simple creatures. Maybe I don't know, but like it really hits different. You feel like a extra sense of like, wow, she cares. Right, like she not like I don't. There's something about her buying a football top that just feels different. So I think Cal made a valid point in the with the Valentine stuff. You know what I mean? So
no, I hear it still.
That's a little bit. You know what I mean? If there's any ladies watching, I'm just saying like your man will definitely appreciate you getting him a football top because it's almost like you're taking an interest in what he loves. You're not just getting him something. I don't know. I'm just saying, man. It feels different to receive it. That's all I'm saying. Pause.
No, I hear it. Pause. Blood clot.
I'm telling you, I am removing myself from pause culture. I fucking hate it, bro. It's doing my nuts. It's actually doing my nut, bro. So,
bro, I wish we could just be like, because what it is,
it's your fault, you know. You're the one who made it. You're the one who made it such a prominent thing in our community.
It wasn't me. You think it was the chat, bro.
All right, let me say this here. Cal said to me the original reason why he was so bothered is because people can clip you up, right? We live in a day and age where people try to take
100 day rule.
Have you not seen AI now? Do you really think we should be worried about being clipped? AI is out now. No one don't know.
I hear it, but anyway, you can still. But what people can do is ask the AI if it's AI. You get what I'm saying?
Still, like, I'm just saying, like it's weird.
You can get the AI and say ChatGPT or whatever. What's the flipping one on Twitter? Is it Grok or something? You can ask them like, "Boom, is this video AI?" And it will go through it and it will probably say yeah or no. Whereas if you just say it live and it's not AI, you're kind of cooked, bro.
Like I was just thinking the other day, like someone said it during the stream, yeah, and it was like it was funny or whatever. But then, like I thought to myself, all the things like back, like You remember even when you were young, you see a bridging at the end of the road and you'd be like, yo, where you going? You'd be like, yeah, we're going such and such. What, you coming, yeah? Pause. Like, but man has to change every way man spoke for that. Like, what are we doing? Come on, man. We got to cut this out, man. We got to cut this out, man. It's crazy. We got to cut this out, man. We got to stop it.
We got the engineer in the background.
We got to stop it, man. We got to stop it, man. It's getting out of control now, man.
Oh, my days. No, I hear it, though. All right, listen. All right, let's try and get on with the show, and let's try not to pause too much. You get me? Only the madness that we might have to pause. So
yeah, we've got to start. We've got to
I
start.
will try my best.
Absolute crazy.
No, of course, unless it's outrageous.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't mind an
I'm
outrageous pause. You get what I'm saying? But like for the little minor things, bruv, like, come on, man.
I hear it.
We got to stop this, man.
Well, let's start off with a bang, shall we? Jeremy Jacquet.
Now that's a pause.
What do you mean?
It's just you and me, and you said let's start off with a bang. That's a pause.
I'm talking to the crowd. I'm not talking just to you.
Blood clot this. Already blood clot this.
I'm going mad. Let me start again.
No,
let's start off. I'm going mad. Let me start off with a here we go. Shall we do that, chat? Yeah, let's do that. All right, cool.
Boom. I'm messing with you, bro. Go.
Jeremy Jacquet, 60 million euros, 10 million add-ons from Rennes. I believe he's completed his medical today. No official confirmation, but we believe the deal is done. Remember, it can get announced at any time because it's for the summer. So I don't think it's a thing where Liverpool fans should panic or anything, but the deal is done. Drift, what's your what's this? You've already installed the pause culture. It will never leave.
It's too late now. What are you saying? It's too late.
Bruv, no, but I'll be real. If the chat don't want to pause, they don't have to. They don't listen to me no more. I lost the dressing room about 2 months ago. Like, they don't care. The chat do what they like. So chat, you know what I'm saying? They can do what you like. Obviously within reason. But yeah, Drift, Jeremy Jacquet is signed. What should I say? Signed for the summer. A bit like the Mamadou Philly signing where we kind of knew what was going to happen. What's your first thoughts on that, bro? What's your first thoughts?
All right, so I've tried to remain positive in the moment because I think it's a brilliant signing. It's a great coup. We've beat Chelsea to the player. Like that, like everything about it in that respect is great, yeah. But there's two things that I don't like that could be put. Maybe three things I don't like. I don't know.
I know. All right, do you know? All right, before
you lot kind of touched on it a little bit earlier on in Hassam's stream as well. Like, because obviously I watched you guys stream from Hassam earlier on today. So some of the things you lot did touch on already.
Positives. Don't say negatives because when I've got that. Just start with the positives. Start with the positives. Positives. Right.
So the positives are he's seen as one of the best young, bright centre backs, or even young players, right? Like even putting aside what role he plays, what position he is, or whatever. People are like, look, this guy is like top notch. I don't know enough about him to be excited on a personal level. So that's why I feel a little bit more reserved about it. Some of the people out there, like I think Ram, for example, who knows a lot about him, is like really happy about the sign because he already knew he was a good player. I've just heard rumblings about and clips on the internet and stuff like that. I think it's really difficult to judge a defender when you're watching on the internet as well, because with an attacker, if you see a bit of skill, you can be like, oh, well, he's got that in a locker. With a defender, that might have been the only good tackle he made all game and he got dubs up for the rest of the match. But they'll just put that one clip of that tackle and you'll be like, oh, look, he's a good tackler. So you just don't know whether a defender is good from clips. But he definitely looks like he's got all the attributes to, in my opinion, actually kind of be like a cross between Matip and Konate. So from the little clips I've seen, he looks good on the ball, comfortable like Matip was. He looks like a good dribbler like Matip was, but he also looks strong and fast like Ibu is. So again, I know that's a really bold statement to take two absolute top-level players and then go, this kid looks like he's got a bit of those about him. But it does. From the clips I've seen, it looks like he's got the composure and the dribbling of Matip. And it looks like he's got the power and the speed of Ibu. I'm not going to lie, bro. That is a recipe for great madness, right? Like that seems like it could be 60 mil for a 20-year-old. That's a lot of money when we're talking a defender. Normally, if you're paying 60 mil for a 20-year-old, he's an attacker. 60 mil for a defender at 20 years old is a lot of money, bro.
Glad you said that, because one of my questions is to you and to the chat. Is it a gamble at that price and age? And would you have preferred someone with more experience for that price, bro?
Well, you said we have to say being negative for later on because that's part of what my negative bit of
All
the
right.
conversation was.
Should we get the negativity out the way then, shall we? And then kind of end on a positive note. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because obviously there's pros and cons to every single transfer. Do you know what I mean? I want to give the crowd, the people, the chat, an honest conversation. I don't want us to just do, well, it's South Liverpool. That means it's the coldest. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we've got to be objective and be honest. So, let me ask. So I'll repeat again. Is it a gamble at that price and age? And would you have preferred someone with like more experience, bro?
I wouldn't have preferred someone with more experience in the summer.
Okay.
I would have preferred someone with more experience now. Okay. And that's what my issue is. I don't like, and here's the thing, the club think they're slick. So again, I'm sorry if I'm changing the topic a little bit by talking about this, but it's part of the negative effect that I feel like this has. They've done it again to us, bro. They've hit us with some PR that is good PR that we have no right to be annoyed about because we're buying a bad boy centre-back and everybody should be happy about the fact that we've got what's seen as one of the best talents in world football. So they know what they're doing because they're playing psychological games with us here, bro.
100.
Because they are doing it while everybody else is looking at who they're getting now and they've teased us with what the future holds. Look, guys, this is what the future's going to be. The future's going to be bright. The future's going to be Jacquet. And we've all got to sit there and be like, well done. Well done. We beat Chelsea. Well done. Feels good. Well done. Do you know what I mean? But here's the problem, though, Matt. That hasn't covered over any of the issues that we're going through right now. You're not going to be able to pull the wool over my eyes. You've written off the season. You might even think you have, but as the ownership, as the people who run the club, as the people in charge, you've written off the season because, Matt, we are, unfortunately, God willing, one injury away from an absolute disaster. And I'll tell you what that disaster is even more so, because I bet everybody straight away is thinking about a centre-back. I'm not even going to name a centre-back. I don't even want to put that shit in the universe. But there's a midfielder who I'll also remain nameless. God forbid he gets injured, bro, since he's got to do up right back now, considering he's been doing up every rascal role in the team, bar being in goal so far. What if he gets injured for a long time, bro? Then what do we do? Then what do we do, bro? We didn't bring in no midfield cover for if that happens. We didn't bring in no midfield cover because he's now at right back. We didn't bring in right back cover, and we've got two right backs that are out for God knows how long. And even you could just
I know
in another week. We've got very little centre back cover because the one who covers centre back can drop down at any moment, and God knows how long he'll be out for. And then on top of that, forcing Ibu to deal with what he's dealing with and still just have to be switched on, bro. Like, not forcing because we did give him time, but he felt a sense of responsibility, which shows how much of a man he is, how much of a team player he is. But it's still unfair that he didn't even have an option to be able to grieve for a little bit long. You know what I mean? Like, he had to come back just because he's that type of guy, and you can see that we're in need of help. If we'd have had reinforcements, he could have took an extra week or 2 or 3 or whatever to get himself together. He had no choice. And he was never going to sit there and not do that. It was way too much of a team player to sit there at home while we're struggling. He was never going to do that. So I don't like anything around that, bro. Don't hit me with a PR spin on the final day of the window. Oh, yeah, we've got you, Jacquet. Cool. That's blessed. That is amazing. And in the summertime, we can celebrate that to the high heavens because it is our bad boy coup. But right now, you're taking liberties. You're actually taking liberties. All of us are getting younger, are getting older. So we ain't getting younger, we're getting older. So now I've got to turn another year older before I can celebrate the fact that we might do something again the following season. Everyone's got to wait again. It's another year wasted. Now, come on, man. And again, if we manage to win anything this year, Matt, it's in spite of the ownership, not because of the ownership.
I agree.
They have not done what was needed to help the situation. Even if you go down to not giving a slot, that is confusing the hell out of me as well. What are you actually doing with this manager? Seriously, what are you doing? If you
we'll get onto that. We'll get
back him.
We'll get onto that.
It's crazy, bro. I'm so confused right now.
So I agree with you. Like, because it's not for now and it's for the summer, it doesn't help us in the now. And right now, we are in a top 5 battle. That's where we're at now. It does not help us whatsoever, right? I understand what Liverpool have done, though. They're looking at long term, but it also says to me, but what about what about this season? Like you said, are you just writing it off? Because it sounds like you are. Because the players needed a bit of reinforcements. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and that hasn't happened. So with Liverpool taking that approach, obviously we missed out on Guehi. And we're getting.
We're going to get into that. Don't get me
started.
Yeah,
I know. We're going to get onto another person a bit later on the show as well. What centre back would you have tried to bring in the summer? Oh, sorry, this window that could have potentially helped Liverpool. Is there any centre backs that you may have had in mind that you think, you know what, he could have helped us a bit like a Guehi, like someone that's ready to play right now, and you just think we should have signed him? Is there anyone that sticks out or not really?
Not in terms of like without us having to pay an arm and a leg, which at the same time I kind of get. You made a point about this earlier when you said if we were going to bring Jacquet now, we'd have had to give the type of money to them that would have almost made the transfer feel stupid, and we weren't willing to do it. And I get that from a business point of view. I totally understand that would have been really bad, because you said it yourself. You're probably having to drop about 20 to 30 mil on top of what we paid
extra, because they were adamant it weren't going nowhere.
There's no way 80 or 90 million would have made sense. That would have been really stupid. So I understand why we didn't do that. But what it is, and again, this isn't me copping out of your question because it's a valid question. But at the same time, I'm not the one paid millions of pounds to do this. So it's a little bit crazy that as fans, we've got to sit and try and figure out who that player should have been. They're paid to do that. They should have figured out somebody. Do you get what I mean? Even if we can't think of anybody ourselves, it's their job to figure out who we should have bought. And just as an example, they stumbled upon Geertruida.
No. We're going to get onto that's next segment. Okay. We'll get onto that. We'll get onto Geertruida. We're going to get onto Don't worry. We're going to get onto
in terms of the centre-back situation, what I would have liked to have hoped is that there's a player, and again, I don't want to contradict myself because of what I just said about the Jacquet thing, but there's got to be a player out there that we could have done a Diaz, where you've got a plan for him in the summer, you just push it forward like we did with Diaz. Oh, you know what? Plans need to change. You can't always stick to the plan. Let's just bring it forward. And even if you pay maybe £5 or £10 million more for the player to try and do it now, in terms of if it's a long-term senior centre-back like a Schlotterbeck or somebody of that ilk, I think it would have been worth paying that extra to get him in now and then actually boost up the squad and have an actual chance of seriously winning a major trophy this season. Because the Champions League, if we'd have brought in reinforcements, could have really been a possibility. It's still a possibility to a degree, but it could have really been a possibility. And I don't think you should ever throw away an opportunity because you don't know. Because I tell you, here's a crazy thing, Matt. Let's just say their risk doesn't pay off and we don't get top 5. Next season's a fucking write-off as well, bruv. What, Europa League?
Yeah.
You had to
I'm not going back there, bro.
Now, bruv.
I'm not going back there, bro.
To make the move now. Don't tell me you'll try and win the Champions League next year with Schlotterbeck. We might not even get Schlotterbeck because he might not want to play Europa League. Because we might not get top 5. You're taking too much risk. You're taking way too much risk. There's too many variables involved for it to go wrong here. It's not like we're sitting comfortably in 4th. Chelsea's about 10 points behind. Or take a miracle fall off and they're changing foot. No. Bro, we're on a 1-game swing every week now, bro. All we got to do is go on a 2-game losing streak, and all of a sudden we could be out of the top 4 race, bro.
But this is why it begs the question, Drift. I understand. Here's how I'm looking at it as well. This signing reminds me of when we were trying to get Lenny Euro. You know, like that. Remember, he was seen as an up and coming talent. Boom, boom, boom. Everyone wants him. We didn't get him. It seems like one of them. So this one was always earmarked for the future, which is fine. I feel like we got forced into this move because Chelsea were trying to get him now, which surprised us because we thought there'll be a scramble for the summer. So they made us act, and I've got no problem with it, right? Because that's a separate conversation for next summer. But this now, as we are in February, where were those reinforcements? Where was that player that could have helped Liverpool? Where was that centre-back? We'll get on to Geertruida in a minute, but this is why I still look at it and go, even though I don't think he's the greatest friend of all time, best in the league or whatever, it still doesn't make sense with the Mark Guehi because the profiles are so different, in my opinion. Their profiles are completely different.
Well, can we get into that? Because I know you said
let's speak about Guehi, bro.
I just want to say as well, like, Jamrock, I hear where you're coming from, yeah? We might not get top 5 even if we did what I'm saying to do. But, bro, you're a businessman yourself, right? You have to speculate to accumulate. You can't do you know what, just in case we don't, even if we let's not. You can't do that. There's no reward. There's no reward
try.
without the risk. You have to take that. And you know what? I don't even think it's a risk because say we did get Schlotterbeck now and we didn't make, and we're like, oh, we spent that money, we didn't make it. So what? He's still a Liverpool player. Is it really that big of a risk just because you paid a bit extra? At least we got the talent in. Because what if Schlotterbeck gets stolen again in the win? There ain't much centre-back quality in this world, you know.
Bruv,
If we lose out on Schlotterbeck,
this,
there ain't many options out there, bro.
Bruv, options are light on the
They're
ground.
light right now, bro.
And this is why, in my opinion, and again, I don't want this to be a segment of like, oh, like you man are just not happy with Jeremy Jacquet. No, I'm happy we got Jeremy Jacquet. I'm happy we've got him for next summer because he's an up-and-coming centre-back who has a lot of potential. However, I will say this. I haven't watched the full game of him. I've only seen clips and stuff. He's got potential. Likes to go to ground a bit too much, in my opinion. That needs to get a little bit eradicated a bit. And he's a front-footed defender. What I like front-footed defenders that like to anticipate what's about to happen. He's proactive, innit? But sometimes when you're proactive, you can make mistakes. He's 20 years of age. He's only going to get better and better. And I think he's definitely one for the future. Maybe even next season. What we're saying, Liverpool fans, is we're happy with that. That's separate. We are happy. Jeremy Jacquet, you have picked the right club. I promise you. However, what we're trying to understand is our situation right now is we're in a top 5 race and we are so far from certain in getting there. Where was the signing that was supposed to help us for right now today?
Well, let's get into this there, Matt, because this is the part that I don't understand. So
go on.
We tried to buy Guehi in the summer. The profile of defender that Guehi is, we all understand. We don't even need to go through it. I think everybody in the chat and everybody watching, big up to you all. You know what type of player Guehi is, so we don't need to discuss what type of player he is. Now you go and look at Jeremy Jacquet, 6'3", and a lot more, say, of a physical specimen than what Guehi is, but not the ball playing centre back that Guehi is, right?
He's a good ball player, but I feel like Guehi's a bit more assured at this
he's way more assured, bro. From what I've seen,
more experience as well. Like Guehi, yeah.
Well, and that's
both played in the back three, by the way. Both playing the back three, or used to play in the back three. So
and that's another thing I was going to say as well. The wealth of experience between Guehi and Jacquet is immense as well, right? So when you look at everything overall, generally speaking, very different profiles of players for all of those reasons. What is the plan here? Because normally when you've got a plan, you'll go for people who've got similar attributes. So if you steer away from one player, the other player you steer to is normally quite similar, right? Because you've got a plan of action. We're not doing that. So what is even the plan? Why was Guehi not important enough in January when he was important enough in the summer? They're giving off bare contradictory, confusing messages with what they're doing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm so confused what the actual
PR line
is here.
The PR line is Liverpool saw better value. I read an article. I can't remember which article it's chat. You'd have to remind me. One of the articles was they saw better value in Jeremy Jacquet rather than Guehi when they weighed it up. Because remember, they're both ball playing centre backs. Big up Cal. He agrees with that as well.
No, I know Jacquet's a ball playing centre back, but he's not.
It's just that obviously Guehi more assured, more experienced. But they are. They're similar, but they're different. I know it sounds crazy what I just said. There's similarities, but they're kind of different, in my opinion, anyway. I think Liverpool thought he's a long-term. It's a long-term project thing, isn't it? He's 20 years of age.
Yeah.
How old is Guehi? 26? He's 27?
26, Guehi?
Yeah, 26. So that's kind of a big difference when it comes to defending, especially because when you're 20 years of age, I said this earlier on today on Hassam's show. At 20, you are nowhere near your potential. No one can't even utter the word world class. They'll just say you've got potential. So for Liverpool to go down that route, it is a very different route to Mark Guehi, because I would say Mark Guehi is not world class. I think he's international class. And my man and Jeremy Jacquet is just potential. So it is a different kind of plan. If you deep it,
this is what I'm saying. Like
this is Cal, really... by the way. Big up Cal. Sorry, just quickly read what Cal said. He goes, I think Slot wanted Guehi. Plus, when City came in 300k a week, I think we walked away from the situation. Question is, would we have been happy if he was getting 300k, and what knock-on effect would that have? That's a good question, you know.
I would have been fine with it based on the fact that we would have the understanding of knowing that the situation, a little bit like that time when James Milner was getting 170 or 180 grand a week, and everyone was like, well, that's a bit mad. Milner's getting that much money when, like, at the time, Bobby Firmino was on the same money. It's like, how can Milner get Bobby money? But it's because Milner was a free signing. Like, so sometimes I think even the dressing room understand that a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it's asking a lot for them to be human in the moment and not think just about the money. But if you look at it for what it is, they will know he was going to get a massive signing on fee waiting for the summer. So you're just subsidizing what that would have been. Because remember, if Liverpool have signed him for free, it would have still been a 10, 15, 20 million pound signing on fee. That's what the talk was. That's a lot of money. So all they've done is just put that money into wages. It's kind of the same thing, really. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's the difference between someone being on 180 a week and they got 10, 15 mil banked just straight away, or they don't get that money banked, but they're on 300 grand a week? Like, it's kind of one in the same, really. For me personally, I don't think it would have been that big of a deal under the circumstance of what it was. If he'd had 3 years left in his deal at Palace and we bought him and then he was on 300 grand, that causes an issue because then I think there's no explanation for it. But when he's basically a free signing and you're just paying his signing on fee and wages, surely everybody can understand that. That's business. You have to understand that. That's how football works now.
I hear it. One thing all right, so let me ask you this question, actually. With this signing, are you worried this is Ibu's replacement?
But that's the other negative part. I am. I'm very worried that it's Ibu's replacement. I'm hoping that the club aren't being stupid and thinking that they can replace an experienced, in my opinion, world-class defender, even though he has moments, with a young prospect. I don't like the idea of that at all. Do you know why? Do you know the other reason why I don't like the idea of that? It's because I also don't like the idea of at 35 years old asking Virgil to babysit someone getting used to things. Maybe every now and again as a one-off game, that's fine. But imagine if he's got to baby him every week. That's a lot of pressure on Virgil when he's already dealing with himself getting older, etc., etc.
100.
Like, that's a lot of pressure on Virgil as well. So I'm just saying, like, it's a little bit of a mad one. It's a little bit of a mad one, but you know.
All right, here's another question.
And I also asked the chat as well, or even maybe Cal, because I don't know if Cal was just asking a general question, being a good host, or if Cal's like asking because that's how he feels. But why does Man City, for an example, or Arsenal as an example, not worry about players getting wages and what would the other people think? You know, Havertz is on 300 grand a week and Jesus is on 250 at Arsenal. It doesn't seem to bother anyone else. They barely play football, especially Jesus. Doesn't seem to bother any of the other Arsenal
Carl just
players.
kind of, it's because Carl saying he's not world class. Would that not frustrate others in the squad?
No, but all right, so why at Man City does it not bother people when other people get along? I'm just saying, why do we always think it will bother people at Liverpool, but it don't seem to bother anyone anymore?
Because I feel like our wage structure is a lot more rigid than others. I feel like with Man City, they've had a structure. Let's be real. Man City don't really have a structure. Whatever you get paid is what you get paid. Deal with it. Liverpool, I feel like
Arsenal must have a structure to their wages.
Arsenal do, and that's probably why you won't see. I mean, I don't know what Gyökeres is on. Does anyone know what he's on?
No.
What's interesting is Gyökeres on more than Havertz?
I don't know. But Havertz came to Arsenal on 300 grand a week, and he's not worth 300 grand a week. But it didn't bother anyone.
I mean, but just because, I don't know. Just because it doesn't bother.
Like, why would it bother Liverpool players, but it doesn't bother? I'm just asking the question, like, why would it bother Liverpool players, but it doesn't bother other players?
No, but who say it doesn't bother? We just might not hear about it, though.
Well, then that kind of means it's not a big deal. Because if it was a big deal, it would have been.
You don't really hear. I don't think I've ever heard a report that's ever said something like, this player is mad because he should be getting. Like, if it is.
Well, then why do we worry about it then, Matt? That's what I'm saying. So why do we even worry about it then?
Because you got players like Gakpo. Hate to say it. Carl just said it, not me.
Yeah, but I don't even think the rest of the squad care about Gakpo getting 250.
Hold on. If that's what you think.
The only person who's probably thinking about it at the moment is just Ibu because he's in negotiation.
No, but anyone else here on out since Gakpo's made that contract, bro. Do you know, how about this year? But
that's what we think that, bro. But look how much Diaz came to Liverpool for.
Everyone that's watching now, and us, we're just fans of the club. And not one person, in my opinion, has ever said, I understand why he gets that money. You know, everyone's kind of always done the,
he shouldn't be on that much. Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. And remember, we're just fans of the club. If we're just fans, there's players that work alongside him. Remember, that's their colleague. It's like if you're at work, innit? Say you and me are both directors at whatever company we're working at, but you somehow find out that I'm on like 100 grand more than you, but we're doing the same job. And not only that, I fall asleep at work. You cool with that, Drift?
No human would be. But what I'm saying is, I don't think it gets to the point.
You're not going to run to the papers, though. You're going to have a word, though, innit, with your agent.
We can't make an assumption that it will make disharmony because the player is seeing what's happening. Because that's what we do a lot as fans. Like, we think there's going to be like this massive disharmony. Diaz signed for Liverpool for 55 grand a week. Look how many players at the team are on 2, 3, 4 times that much. He didn't turn around and go, wow, why am I making all of that? He still came. You know what I mean?
Like, he also left because he realized what he is doing.
5 years down the line is different.
No, I know. But the premise is, what happens is, even with Diaz, Diaz signed thinking, this is sick. Like, remember, this is where he came from, innit? It's like going from retail and then going to work in, I don't know, like the council or something. Like, so 2 completely different areas, And like you get that first pay. Like, you're like, right, this is way better than what I was on before, Then you get to the council and you're like, right, these man have just got it like me, but they're on way more than me. So you might give it a year or so and you might be like, all right, let me work my way for the promotion. It's the same thing as Diaz. Diaz thought after his body of work, especially after last season, Liverpool definitely going to give me the bag. They're definitely going to give me the bag.
And that's poor ownership. But
that's what I'm saying.
He still signed for the club, though, knowing he was getting way less than everybody else. So I'm saying I don't think it plays as much of a role as we think it does when it comes to it. It plays a role, but not as bad as everybody.
All right, let me say this. There's been a few Liverpool players that have left because of contractual reasons.
Yeah.
That's not a good sign.
That's the club not valuing them after they've even proved themselves, which is an ownership issue. That's the point.
Should one Adam have got the bag?
Of course he should have.
All right then.
Of course he should have.
Should Diaz have got the bag?
Of course he should have.
All right then.
That's poor ownership. That's poor ownership.
No, it's poor ownership, but it's also them looking at their peers going, well, my man's on like, bro.
No, but that's because he was bro. We just named 2 players who was on 80 and 55, respectfully. They're so much lower. It's a joke. No, but it's not even comparable.
But I'm using them as examples because they're the ones that are in contract renewals right now. Even Ibu right now, like Ibu, 70, I think he's on 70 or 90. 70.
Ibu's on 80, I think. 80.
Yeah, brother. He's looking at man them, like, and I know you shouldn't watch Face, but it's almost like saying, looking at another company and going, how can they get so much more when we do the same job? It does not make sense.
Who at Liverpool would have moaned about Guehi being on 300 grand from a defender point of view? Virgil's on 400. Robbo's leaving.
No. Virgil's on 350.
Okay, well, it's still more than what Guehi was on.
That's easy. The brother had to do the most to get the 350.
No, but bro, sometimes football's unfair like that.
Nah, there's
how many players
really
should have got paid more than that had been at City doing their work, Remember, Grealish
Carl's killing me right now. Pause.
Grealish came in and got 350 a week at City,
Yeah.
And he went over a lot of other players and got paid more than a lot of other players. Sometimes it's just how it goes. But as long as you're on a good wage, like if you're on 250, you see someone get 300 and it's annoying you. Fair enough. But you're still on a good wage. I don't think you have a real right to be that annoyed. It's just, all right, they're getting a bit more. If you're on like 100 and someone gets 300, then I can understand where you... So Virgil's on 350. He's not going to moan. Leone's a youngster. He can't moan. Gomez is leaving, plus he's always injured. He couldn't moan. Kirkes is young. He can't moan. Bradley's always injured. He can't moan. Frimpong is injured. He can't moan. What defender could moan? He's getting 300 grand.
Not about defender. It's not about defender. And you've said this as well in the past. Defenders shouldn't be getting as high wages, for example, as attackers. Have you not said that? In general,
unless they're like Virgil, unless they're
all right. Well, I'm sorry to break it to everybody. Guehi is not 300k a week. No way,
But
bro.
he was a free agent in 4
I
months.
don't care
So
if he's
it
free
changes
or
the parameters, bro. It
bro.
changes
I understand
the
what you're
parameter.
saying. I understand what you're saying. But for Guehi to pick up 300k, if I'm a Liverpool player, let's say that I'm Soboslai, brother. If I'm Soboslai, yeah, who's in the middle of a contract negotiation, I'm looking at Guehi like I'm every time you're on the pitch. Anytime you mess up, I'm right there. I'm right there to remind you. You're getting your 300k about you can't control the ball.
No,
with your
no,
left
come
foot.
on, bro. That would be
No,
messed
bro.
up if you did that.
Soboslai's on 120, yeah, 120. He's in the middle of a contract
Yeah.
extension, and Guehi could, let's say Guehi walked in on 300. That's madness. What has Guehi done to earn 300k? If
Alright,
he'd won a
but-
Champions League or a Prem, then I might go, oh, well, he's a Premier League winner, he's a Champions League winner. Brother, the man's won 1 trophy.
Well, I mean, to be fair, captaining Crystal Palace to their first ever trophy is a pretty big achievement. But
No,
alright,
I hear that.
what-
You're right in that aspect. I agree with that.
What about this then, bro?
Yeah,
What about this? What about if he signed for Liverpool for 300 grand a week? Yeah.
Sorry,
No,
look
sorry.
what Carl's put there. Would you agree with that bit, though?
What if Ibu wanted 300 as well?
Yeah, so let's say Ibu stay. Remember, Ibu's in the middle of a contract negotiation and Guehi signs for 300k. What do you think Ibu's gonna do, bro?
No, I can understand. No, but
His
again,
body
that's
of
the
work
part.
is higher than Guehi's.
That's the part where you would sit Ibu down and you would say, if we give you a signing on bonus of like 4 million, say for example, and then you take 200 grand a week, it evens itself out a little bit. And you've got to understand, because here's the thing. Let's say he came in on 170. Let's give him like a reasonable wage.
Yeah, like 170, 180 or something.
But he got 15 mil signing on fee because he was a free agent. Yeah. Well, you don't think the people in the change room ain't going to be like, rotted. I only got 1 mil when I signed. He got 15.
No, it's different because the signing on,
bro.
It's different. Because it's
why?
No.
It's still money. He's still rich.
What? I know this is gonna sound mad. Signing on
man.
fees,
It's still money in his pocket, man.
But signing on fees and wages are different. When you negotiate your signing on fee, that's exclusive to you. That's kind of one of them things where, well,
you don't think they think, why am I not special enough to get a bigger signing on fee? Because it's the same.
Bro, signing on fee is different to wages. Remember, signing on fee is just that even though it's one payment, obviously it can be paid over the duration of your contract as well. Yeah, but with wages, that's what man's getting every week. That's my bread every week. Or every month, whatever.
I'm not gonna say his name, because I don't want to bait up his business. But there's a retired footballer. I'll tell you in private. There's a retired footballer. Used to play for Birmingham, right?
Yeah.
My mum and his mum were friends. Yeah, were good friends.
I know exactly who you're talking about. I think I already know.
Obviously, you know what I mean. So obviously, I used to if we went to family events and stuff like that, he'll be there, yada yada yada. And I remember when he was explaining what happened when he got a move, right? And he was explaining how part of the negotiation is to make you feel special. That they even start doing things like saying, I'll buy your house. What's your favorite car? Like they do things to convince you, right? Yeah. So, bro, of course it's the same as the wages. Because if you know in your negotiation, man only offered you this, and then you find out in your negotiation you got offered that, you'd be like, right, you really thought he was more special than me because you never offered me a yard. You never offered me a car. You only gave me £1 million sign. He got, what, £10 million? So it's the same as wages, bro. On a real, if you find out what somebody got during the negotiation for their signing on fee, it is just like finding out what they're on for wages. It shows what the club felt like, the importance of the player was, how much they wanted you, all that stuff. I'm being honest, bro. There's not, the only difference is that that's a one-off payment and wages happens every month. That's the only difference, bro. If we both signed a contract with the same company and we're on exactly the same wage, but you found out that they gave me triple what they gave you signing on and they booked me a holiday to Jamaica, don't tell me you're going to be all right because we get the same wage.
No, I would.
Like, hold on a minute. What's going on here?
No, I would, yeah, but I'll be like, oh, like, it's, I don't know how to articulate it, but basically, if I'm finding out though that your wages, though, that's different to, let's say they gave you some stuff. I'll be like,
if they gave me triple what they paid you.
I'll just look at it as like, maybe like whatever's happened over there.
You're looking for a house, they bought me one.
Wages is more like, I can't expect.
You're at the car lot, they bought me one. It wouldn't bother you. So I pull off after they hand me the keys after my negotiation, and I say, do you want me to drop you home? Because you ain't driving. They just gave me a car, bro. And then you're home, you're searching for a home, and they give me house keys. I've already got my yard. Bro,
Yeah.
you telling me because we're on the same wage that you'd be all right with that? You'd
No,
be
it sounds
bothered by
crazy.
it,
Let's
bro.
say they gave you a car and they didn't give me a car. It sounds, maybe, I guess it's coming to an individual. I wouldn't care about that. As long as me and you say we're doing the same, we're at the same club and whatever, we're both centre mid. So I'm Grav, you're Soboslai, we're getting the same wages. I don't think I would care, honestly. I'd be like, right, they treated you sick. I need to go speak to them at some point as a joke. But
No, it would bother
me.
you, Matt. Maybe it
Bro,
wouldn't
I
bother you
promise
now while it's hypothetical.
No, do you know
but
why?
It would bother you if
'Cause
it was reality,
I'm
bro.
getting my weekly wage. Like, I'm still nice. Like, I'm still good.
But you would think to yourself, why am I less special than Drift? Why did he get a house? Why did he get a car? Why did he get triple the signing on fee?
I wouldn't.
That I got?
Because remember,
Bro,
do you know why
would.
contracts is mad?
But why would it bother you on more wages then?
Do you know why?
Why would it bother you?
You know
on
why
more
wages is worse? Because first of all I'm hearing is a number. Then secondly, I'm probably gonna find out like bonuses as well, like what you have to do as well. So imagine this is what will get me vexed. Do you know what will get me vexed?
Go on.
You get extra money just for Liverpool getting a clean sheet, but I don't get that. But I'm the 6. I'm having to drop the shoulder. All you got to do,
that wouldn't even make sense.
But this is what I'm saying. Remember this.
Sense,
remember, players have agents. Agents talk. This is how this stuff. It's like people won't even believe it. Yeah, and I understand it. Yeah, I know the business is the business, the football business, the football is whatever. But it's all kind of the same. Everyone talks. That's just how business is. Everyone talks, right? I can guarantee you, if Guehi was getting that 300 bags, Ibu's agent is finding out, bruv, some way, and it's going to be a disaster because I'll tell you something, he'll be on to Richard Hughes and be saying, hold on, you're giving this man 300k, and then not only that, he gets clean sheet bonus as well, so he could walk on with 350, like 325 or something. Yeah, they're fighting, or you better give me them demands. That's what normally would happen. So I think we're both right. I think maybe
I can understand
I hear
what
you're saying.
Of course.
Yeah. I listen, hearing what you're saying, I understand it because money's money. I get it. Like, and I guess it depends on the players that you roll with. Some players might not care, and some players might, in it. I guess so.
Yeah.
But agents definitely talk.
It's because remember, we're looking at a situation where, just as an example, we had a goalkeeper who was on 10 grand a week, and he was looking at the reserve goalkeeper who's nowhere near as talented as him, getting 60 grand a week. That must have been very difficult for Kelleher. That's the type of scenario where I think wages matter. I'm on 10 grand a week, and he gets 60, and he doesn't even do anything but DJ in the changing room. I actually play games and win trophies for this club, and I'm only on 10.
It's crazy.
No, but you know what I mean? That is where I believe that the wages will come into it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think the lower the money you make, the more it bothers you. That's how I look at it. Maybe that's me looking at it from a personal point of view, but I just think the lower you make, the more it bothers you. So if I make 200 grand a week and you make 250, I'm not really that bothered. If I make 80 grand a week and you make 200 grand a week, it will bother me. Do you get what I mean? I think it's the lower you make, the more you watch face is how I think it. So I guess it depends which way you look at it.
Someone's saying Jacquet's been announced. Can anyone confirm that? Because let me see.
Let me have a look.
Let me see if Jacquet's been announced still.
I don't think anybody was doubting it would go through, were they? I know the Guehi stuff put us all in a state of like worry, but was anybody actually worried the Jacquet stuff wouldn't go through?
All right, Liverpool official announcement 39 seconds ago. Liverpool have reached an agreement for the transfer of Jeremy Jacquet from Rennes, with the defender set to join the club ahead of the 2026-27 season, subject to a work permit and international clearance. Just like Dashvili. Remember when we done the Dashvili thing?
Yeah.
It's there still. So I'll show you now, guys. Here we go. Oh, director's taken over. There he is. Director Cow in the building. There you have it, people. Jeremy Jacquet, official.
You know what? Is it me? Is it me, or do a lot of defenders wear finger wrapping? Do you think it's because they hurt themselves in training and stuff, or is it like some kind of? It's so weird, isn't it? There's so many defenders that wear finger wrapping. I don't know if you've ever noticed.
Yeah, I've noticed that. No, a few. Yeah, a few do actually.
It happens a lot, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least there you go, people. There's like the official sort of like confirmation. Big up Kyle again, who's here with us. You get me? Right. One thing I'm going to show you is, did Cal get? Oh, sorry, Cal. I need to let me do this quickly. There we go. Right. So, little comparison. I put Lacroix and Guehi in there for different reasons. Guehi was a defender we were previously obviously after. And not only that, Lacroix plays in a back three, the same thing Jacquet does, and he also plays in the center of a back three as well. You get what I'm saying? Yeah? You stay with me, chat, yeah? Because some of you might get lost. Yeah?
Did you hear about this news?
What's that? I'll tell him. No way, bro.
He's a free agent, isn't it?
No way. But here we go. Right, let me read up some of the statistics. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, Jim. Look at Imran's comment, bro. Imran's so mad.
I know, bro. I know.
Imran is a maniac, bro. Big up Imran. All right, so here we go. Here's a little comparison. So passes completed.
Scoring in the streets and in the sheets. Mad thing.
Virgil van Dijk, obviously, we already know 91.8. And then second, obviously, is Konate. Third is Jeremy Jacquet. And then third, obviously, fourth is Guehi. And then fifth is Lacroix.
I beg everyone actually call him Jacquet as well. I've been hearing people say Jacket. Come on, man. We can't be English like that.
It's got to be Jacquet, man.
It's got to be Jacquet, man. Come on, man. It's like, it's like after all this time, people are still saying Szoboszlai. It's like, guys, he's been here for 3 years now. We've got to start calling him Szoboszlai, man. He told us at the beginning how to say his name, and everyone still calls him Szoboszlai. It's like, what the hell?
Nah,
man?
for real. No, go.
No, I was just gonna say, like, it's just mad when people just say the wrong name. So people saying Jacket. His name is not Jeremy Jacket, man. Come on, man. What the hell, man?
It's madness. It's disrespectful. On a real though, Drift, out of that, just in the first column where the pass is completed, are you surprised that Jacquet is as high as he is? And the reason again I put Lacroix in there, Jacquet plays in the back three and he plays in the center. The same thing as Lacroix. So I thought, you know what? Let's see. And again, obviously, you have to factor in playing styles and the leagues they're in. So we understand that. But I try to make it as some type of alignment, basically. So
I'm seeing these stats for the first time. So obviously, I'm just trying to compute exactly.
Forward passes, Van Dijk. Go on.
Are you lot not concerned that you rate Lacroix higher than Guehi? But the position he would have played in our team, he's only got a pass completion of 25.8. Would that not have worried you, no?
Well, this is what I was going to say. When Palace do build up, if you notice, it doesn't really stem from Lacroix. Lacroix normally passes out to the side. And then you got Guehi and I think, is it Richards? Is it Richards? That one? Richards?
But passes completed is just based off whatever passes you do make.
No, that is low. That is low.
So, like, even if he's only made 5 passes, it means he's only completed 1.5.
No. But listen, we're gonna. All right, all right. We're gonna get to other stuff. All right. So full pass percentage. Not gonna lie. Lacroix's one is mad low. Like health bar is flickering.
That's the one that would make more sense to what you said, though. Passes forward isn't a lot because he's not the one who does the build-up. So that one makes a lot more sense to what you're saying.
However,
it's still very low, though. I'm not going to lie.
Jacquet is at 79.7 and he plays in...
good.
I know it's percentile. He's in the 79.7 percentile. Sorry, not percentage. Thank you, Dave, for reminding me. It's percentile. But even still, it's still low. Like, it's still low. Progressive passes, again, Lacroix is the lowest, but Guehi and Virgil are at the top. Obviously, Virgil...
That is just levels, both of those.
96.1, then Guehi's at 90.
Matt, can you see how good Guehi would have been if it was him and Virgil playing in the back four?
I know,
together?
But there's other aspects of the game, Drift, which might scare you. I'm not going to lie. I know you're looking for it, but it's going to scare you. Possession one. Now, possession one, I'm gonna be real. You see why stats can be misconstrued? Virgil van Dijk, possession one, 0.5. Basically, man doesn't do nothing. That's what they're trying to say, remember. That's what the possession one. 0.5.
Surely that's even got to be a misprint regardless.
No, but you know what it is? All jokes aside, yeah. Obviously, Virgil puts in challenges, but Virgil more intercept, right? Virgil is, like I said, is like he assesses everything and he'll send the foot soldiers to go and do the
yeah, I've always said he's shredder. He's shredder. He's been
and someone said in the chat as well, that's aura defending. We might as well change the aura. Because one thing you can look at is as well, like Lacroix, 85.3, that's very high in percentile wise, that's very good. But you could also look at it in a negative and go, but maybe he's just being worked.
No, but we watched the game, so we know he's not getting worked.
I know, but I'm just saying that's why you have to be careful with stats, though.
Yeah, of course. Stats always only paint 50%
because what you got to remember, Drift. Even Konate's is low, 34.1. You have to remember. I know we've been terrible, but Liverpool in general aren't the busiest team in the league, and in general, we're not. There's other teams that's worse. I know we feel like we're the worst. We're not, obviously. We're just terrible for where we need to be. But there's other people. That's why it's percentile that are way worse. We go to other teams. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I hear it.
But
Kieran, you're damn right, my brother. I'm definitely mourning the loss of Guehi. I don't think you don't understand how much it pissed me off that Semenyo and Guehi went to Man City. Bruv. I've just hit it, bro.
I know. All right, let's get into the all right. So defensive duels, yeah. Percentiles again. Lacroix is the highest. He wins a ton of duels, bro. 89.1 percentile. Second is Konate at 76.8. Then it's Virgil at 58.0. Then it's Guehi, who's second from bottom, but last is Jacquet.
I would expect Jacquet to be lowest because he's the youngest.
I hear that.
I'm a little surprised at Virgil's. That's quite low, man.
It's lower than where I feel like Virgil should be near to Ibu, like 70s.
Yeah, because I don't really ever see Virgil losing duels.
I agree.
So I don't know.
Well, here's one where Liverpool fans.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, isn't it?
Always speak about aerial duels. Percentile again. Look at Jacquet, bro. Look, Virgil, 98.8, bro.
That's insane, bro.
No, but second is Jacquet at 94.2. Then it's Konate.
So obviously that means he uses his height to good use, which is good.
Yeah. Then obviously Konate, bro.
I thought Konate's would have been a bit higher than that. Konate's a beast in the air. I would have thought that would have been a little bit higher, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I would have thought that as well, to be fair.
Yeah, at least the 90. I thought he would have broke into 90 at least.
Yeah.
87 is high though, but yeah.
Bro, look at Guehi and Lacroix, bro. 43 in the 43rd percentile, sorry, for Guehi, and then 41.5 percentile for Lacroix, bro. Them man in the air are suspect, bro.
I remember we did have a conversation when you guys were telling me Lacroix was better in the air than Guehi, and I said I don't see it. And those stats kind of show they're very similar in aerial duels.
They are very similar, I'll be real. They are. Like, even, bro, aerial duel, I know percentile, like, bro, 40. But here's the thing, though. Sorry, defensive duel, sorry, Drift. Guehi's second to us at 45.9. And then in the air. They're go.
Maybe because they were playing in a back three. Maybe the way they will sweep up, Guehi wouldn't get as involved as much, maybe.
Yeah.
And that's why his one is down a bit. I don't know.
Big up Cal. He said, look, Lacroix is usually competing with strikers, whereas Guehi's competing with wingers. That's true.
No, but I still think that's a little bit of a cop-out for Lacroix to, like, blind Lacroix for it being so low.
No, but it is if you're playing centrally, though. More time. Not all the time, because obviously strikers drift.
40% one going up against strikers is still low. I know a striker is better in the air than a winger, but if you're only winning 41% of them, it's still low regardless of what it is.
You got Tom Little in the chat. Calling Cal Gollum, Yes, it's mad. Still, big up Tom Little, big up Sam, obviously was on the show earlier. Yeah, Tom, tune in, man. Let me hear what Tom's saying in the chat. But yeah, right, progressive carries now.
You know what? Jay's got a good point there. Before I forget, if we were looking at Bastoni, because everyone likes
to add Bastoni in there.
But yeah, go on quickly. Because everyone likes Bastoni, if his aerial duels are low, no one's going to say, but he's going up against wingers because he plays in the back three.
45.9.
See? Let's use the same logic then. Everyone wants Bastoni at Liverpool. He's just...
I don't want Bastoni. I want Schlotterbeck.
No, but I think the
Schlotterbeck.
general consensus has been that everybody has said that Bastoni would be a great signing, right?
I want Schlotterbeck, bro. Schlotterbeck, please don't piss me off.
Schlotterbeck ain't even that much better, brother. Only 54.
Yeah, but at least he's winning. At least he's over 50%. Bro.
I'm just saying, you see?
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, over 50%, man. And they come back from MCL, ACL, whatever the knee thing was. Like, yeah. Bastoni, though. I'm looking at Bastoni's stats.
But you know why? It would be the same principle, right? He plays in a back three. So it'd be the same principle with Guehi. Because he plays the left side of the back three. Guehi played the right side of the back three, but it's still going up against the winger more than you're going up against the striker.
Bruv, look at the progressive passes, from Schlotterbeck and Bastoni, though. Both of them mad high.
Forward, that's one of the key parts of what Inter Milan's team is. Bastoni's progressive defending is brilliant. That's why a lot of people say... But so
Schlotterbeck's, though. Remember, Schlotterbeck he plays in the back too, fam.
We already know... Big up, Cal. Now we already know that Bastoni and Schlotterbeck on the ball are brilliant, right? Part of the way Inter Milan play is based on Bastoni's good forward play. That's why a lot of people think that Bastoni can play left back because he plays so well in a back three with his progression and his ball carrying and all that kind of stuff. And Schlotterbeck is very similar in terms of we already know. You lot have already schooled me. Ram and Cal have schooled me on how great Schlotterbeck is on the ball. I believe them. Like, I don't need to... I trust their judgment.
But he's cold. I've been done saying this to you as well. He's cold, fam.
Yeah, because remember, Schlotterbeck's another one. I haven't watched as much football.
Schlotterbeck is better. All right. Before even Schlotterbeck got the injury, me and Carl used to obviously speak about the defenders and Carl rated both of them. And I rated both of them. But I said, Carl, if we had a choice, though, I'm picking Schlotterbeck over Bastoni. I just think he suits Liverpool better. I think he's a bit more athletic. I think he's just as good as passing, as especially with the diag. You see, Schlotterbeck got the diag. He's got it on lock, smash.
Well, Cal's been talking about Schlotterbeck for about 2 years.
Yeah.
So, like,
we've been talking about Schlotterbeck from when... No, longer than that, bro. We've been talking about Schlotterbeck for about 3 years, bro.
It might be. It's been a long time. I know it's been a long time. You lot know a lot more about him than I do. But from what I've seen of him, he definitely looks good. But
yeah,
and we're going to get a progressive passer in the team. We definitely know that Bastoni and Schlotterbeck are great for that. I would just worry about Bastoni adapting to a back four and playing Premier League football. That's what would worry me about Bastoni.
Add who? Add Senesi. What from? Is he from Bournemouth?
You know what? Let's go all out. Let's put Diamonde in there because that's the player that you want as well, right? You want Diamonde.
I like Diamonde. I think it's good. Hold on. We'll do Senesi. Is that hold on? Senesi. Hold on. All right, so we do him.
Ram with the cow shade. Cow and Ram are going to start arguing in the comments now.
Is it Diamonde? Yeah, Diamonde, innit? There he is. No, wait, where is he? There he is, Diamonde. Flipping out, bro. All right, we might have to get rid of some play. All right, let's focus on like
get rid of the crow, innit? Get rid of the crow. And get rid of Guehi because do you know what?
We're not getting him.
Yeah, we're not getting him. He's gone now. So yeah, get rid of him.
All right. So I've seen something so alarming. I can't believe it's actually true.
What's that?
Again, it's hard to kind of, but then I look at, all right, so Senesi, he's 28 though. This is what the chat's saying. Obviously, 4 passes, apparently he don't pass forward. 6.3. He does not pass forward.
Bloody hell.
But progressive pass, wait a minute, what? Wait. This is where stats can be so misconstrued. For me, a progressive pass, more likely than not, is more likely going to be forward, right? More likely because you're progressing the ball, right?
Yeah.
But then forward, oh no, wait.
That will be the percentage of how often he attempts it.
No, yeah. So this is it. Sorry, I've got to remember it's percentile. He's in, I've got to remember it's not percentage, percentile. So Progressive passes, Senesi above 99.8. That must be fake.
But look how often he tries it though. It's very low. That's the difference. So he barely does it, but he does it a lot.
Possession
so like
one,
basically it's the only pass he tries. He just doesn't try it very often, basically.
yeah. Possession one at 98.8 again. But that also means that it could be overworked. And the reason I say that, Virgil van Dijk possession one is 0.5 and Diamande is 3.2.
Yeah, that is low. Bloody hell.
Do you see what I mean? But we see Virgil. We know Virgil does the aura thing, but we can't act like Virgil doesn't, like Virgil's tragic and we can't play him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, but look at Diamande is a good passer. Look, passes completed 94.6, forward passes 96.6.
That means he's always attempting forward passes, basically.
Yeah. Defensive duels, Senesi is better than Diamande, 61.4. He's in the 61.4 percentile compared to Diamande's slightly lower, 56.8.
Don't get triggered because I know it's your trigger word. The chat are asking, can you add Van der Ven?
Yeah, as I was saying, are you going to interrupt my reading, bro? You got the chat. You don't interrupt my reading. Aerial duels. Look at Diamande, bro. 96.6.
For aerial duels, that is good.
Yeah, bro.
Mm.
Senesi 21.3.
Hey, Mickey.
Bro, Diamande's about that life, you know.
He loves to slide. Hey, Mickey.
Do you lot really want Van der Ven? All right, cool. You lot want Van der Ven, yeah? All right, cool. Seeing as I'm the people's champ, yeah? I'll give you lot Van der Ven. I'll give you lot your speeding centre back that you guys love so much.
I'm gonna be so curious as to how good these statistics are.
Big up Van der Ven, man. Woo! Passes completed 46.4. Oh dear. Oh dear. Forward pass percentile 65.7. It's better than Schlotterbeck, better than Bastoni.
If we're being honest, he only plays twice a season against Man City. So these stats are only based on 2 games, really. Because they're the only games Tottenham turn up for. It's Man City twice a year. That's it.
Bro, progressive passes 26.1. Get this month out of
But
here,
you know
man.
what? To be fair to him, though, he likes to do what Matip would do when he carries the ball out. It's not passing for him.
I understand. You're right, actually.
You're
You're right. That's true. That is true. Possession one, I'm not going to cuss him because it's only because Virgil van Dijk has 0.5. If Virgil van Dijk didn't have 0.5, I would have flipping cussed him. But anyway, defensive duel. So you lot want the speeding centre back. You want him to win a duel. Well, how about this? He's the lowest at 30.7. The lowest.
His stats are diabolical. I'm not gonna
cold, you man, yeah? Because he's fast, he's cold, right? Hold that, chat. Yeah? Next one, aerial duels. 15. Like, huh? 15.5. You lot want Van der Ven. That's your centre back.
Bombocard!
He is terrible in the air. Oh my!
And you know what's so mad, Drift? Yeah, you know how you say he likes to run with the ball and that. Yeah, this is this. Remember, that's his bag. Progressive carries 48.3. Diamande does it better. Senesi does it better. Schlotterbeck does it better. Bastoni does it better. Virgil does it better. Konate does it better. Jacquet does it better. That's the guy that you want as your centre back.
Get him out.
Chat,
of here,
that's
man.
you, man, centre back.
Get him out.
Hold
of here,
that.
This bitch, this bitch, this bitch,
Big up, Carl. No, chat, I have to hold that one. 100%. Yeah?
He's terrible. Oh my god.
I'm telling you, look, but man don't want to hear what I'm saying.
You have to add Spurs tax, but he's terrible. Jesus.
Should we add Van der Ven from last year? Should
No,
we really do
add
it?
Upper Makanu. This will get interesting. Add Upper Makanu, Matt.
He's staying up by. And
I'm not gonna lie. We can't trust Liverpool won't try and sign him for free in the
No.
summer.
Drift. He's agreed to stay. Fabrizio tweeted he agreed to stay.
Thank
Yeah,
God for
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Has he really? Because when you
No.
lot spoke about it this morning, about how there's a possibility we could let Ibu go for free and then get him for free, I said, that is like
He's
trading
staying,
in a
bro.
Porsche and getting a Skoda, bro. Are you out
He's
of your
staying.
mind, bro?
I was asked today, big up those people that was there on Hassam's stream. I said Ibrahima Konate as well, he's error prone and thing like that, yeah. But I said I'd rather pick him over Van der Ven. Yeah. Let's see if my eyes.
Let's see if you made the right decision.
Let's see if I made the right. All right, passes completed. 96.6.
You might have to zoom in
out.
just a little bit, bro, because it's quite
Shall
small
I?
now.
Yeah. All right, so pass completed. 96.6 compared to 46.4. Forward pass percentage 94.2 compared to 65.7. Progressive passes 79.7 compared to 26.1.
I'm not gonna lie, so far he's actually good.
This is what I'm saying. Possession 1. Obviously, that's kind of a skewed stat because we know Virgil's at 0.5. So Virgil's lucky.
But I'm still not surprised.
Defensive duels, Ibrahima Konate 73.4 compared to Van der Ven's 30.7. Aerial duels 47.1 compared to 15.5. Progressive carries 57.7 compared to 48.7. Don't tell me I don't know ball. How about that? You lot that want Van der Ven, hold that. Yeah, hold that. I hope he signs so the chat can crash out. Because see how you lot try to make me crash out in the last stream, you lot can crash out. You lot get your centre back, and I'll sit there. He's
the one thing I will say though, Matt, and he said me sticking up for Van der Ven, but just to add context,
no, you're gonna do this. You're gonna do
no. Van der Ven does play in a more difficult league for a team that doesn't dominate.
You know, I'm joking. No, he's meaty. He's finished.
No. I'm not trying. But what I'm saying is, Ibrahima Konate does play for the most dominant team in the league in a lesser league. And
that's true.
Van der Ven plays under pressure in a crap team in a much harder league. So that's the only thing that I will say, that we do have to add a bit of context to it. We can't just fully crash out on Van der Ven. And on top of that, if you watch both of them, you have to admit you've seen Ibrahima Konate make more mistakes than Van der Ven. If you're literally just going off of the eye test, I watch Ibrahima Konate make mistakes a lot more than I watch Van der Ven make mistakes. That's just going off of eye test.
Oh, I don't know, Drift. No. You're all right. So here's the thing: Ibrahima Konate, will take more risks than Van der Ven. So even with his passing, because sometimes what Ibrahima Konate does, he tries to break lines. Because it sounds mad. Ibrahima Konate could actually break lines with his passing. I'm not joking. Like, I'm being deadly for real. But every now and again, he will make that mistake. But here's the thing, Drift. I would still rather him than Van der Ven because
I agree with you.
There's more to Ibrahima Konate, even though he make mistake, than Van der Ven. And I'm not chat. Listen, chat. I know I was messing about, but I'm being deadly serious now. Van der Ven's not rubbish. I just think he's very average, and because he's very quick, I feel like it papers over some of the cracks that I feel like I can see that in his game. Like, I feel like if he was to play for Liverpool, we'd applaud him for like sweeping up and stuff like that. Like the ball gets played in behind and you get Van der Ven. I understand all of that. But you see, when you really need to have a thinker's thinker, like a defender that can actually really read the game, that's actually feel like one of his weak points, bro. And I feel like, again, you can be as athletic as anything, but if you can't read the game, you're going to be in a bit of trouble. Do you get what I'm saying, chat? All jokes aside, like, no banter. Like, do you understand where I'm coming from, though? Do you understand what I'm saying, Drift, actually, as well?
No, I get it. I get where you're coming from. I do get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I don't get why you would crash out if we signed him, but I get why you don't want him.
Yeah. Like, I just feel like there's better options, and I feel like Liverpool will be making a mistake. And a couple of injuries as well to kind of add to that as well. Like, obviously, injuries as well.
The injury problem would definitely worry me with Van der Ven.
Yeah.
Ibrahima Konate plays way more games than Van der Ven does.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. All right, that segment is over. Sorry, chat, you made me. Yeah. Trust me. But yeah, we'll see what happens, man, in the summer, because you know what's gonna happen. After all this big talk, we're probably gonna go and sign him. And I'm gonna be crashing out when we sign him, bro.
Well, what I do know is that the most important thing right now after getting Jacquet confirmed is to get that Ibu contract sorted out.
Oh,
That is
100%.
100% the most important thing we can do now.
Yeah.
And with
Nah,
Real
I
Madrid
agree.
slipping around, we also better get that Soboslai contract sorted out as well, bro.
Do you know what Soboslai said? He
What did he
goes,
say?
"It's not in my hands anymore," or something like that. I'm
Why do
paraphrasing.
all our players just subliminally let us know our ownership are full of shit?
No, but he did say, "I'm happy at the club and I want to be here." He goes,
No,
"I'm
of
happy."
course,
And I'm
of course. We
he
know
basically
that.
said, he basically said, without saying it, tell FSG to like. Are people saying Jacquet? What Jacquet? Quote. Say less. Hold on. Where's the quote from, chat? Do you know?
What, from when from when Thingy said it?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. I got it. Here's the quote. So, I'm honored to sign for Liverpool, one of the greatest football institutions in the world. It was also very important for me to properly conclude my time in the red and black at the club that developed me, my boyhood club. I'm approaching the second half of the season determined to share great moments with my teammates and the supporters. Big him up, man. You show him respect, like, obviously you respect Ren and you respect, like, yeah, this, like, I have to give it my all until, you know what I mean, season done. And then obviously I'll be a Liverpool player. I hear that. I hear it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. All right, Drift. Let's pivot. I want to pivot to another defender. This defender, unfortunately, Drift, it wasn't successful. Geertruida to Liverpool. Deal obviously off due to Sunderland, I believe, not getting a replacement. Discussions did take place over the last 24 hours. Liverpool tried to find an agreement, but Sunderland didn't want to go ahead with the deal. When you found out this happened, Drift, was you thinking this is another Mark Guehi situation where Palace called off the deal because they couldn't find a replacement? Did you get that kind of deja vu moment?
I don't think I did.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't think I did. Did you?
I did. Me personally, I said it's Liverpool, not exactly deadline day, but approaching deadline day. We're trying the last minute thing. We're expecting a club that's doing really well for where people might have thought.
Sorry, Geertruida.
Yeah, Geertruida.
Sorry, I missed the. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You did. Yeah. So I misheard the names. Yeah, Geertruida. Yeah.
It felt like way all over again. Am I lying?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. It felt like a PR spin, bro.
Mm.
And the thing is, why didn't you think of that earlier? Because you know, if we'd have given Sunderland a week, it probably would have happened.
This is what I'm saying.
If we'd have given them a week to find a replacement and maybe compensated them, we could have probably got it done. Why did we wait right till the end?
Yeah.
We should have been looking for a right back the moment Bradley was ruled out for the rest of the season. From that moment, which, if I'm not mistaken, was about 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago when Bradley got that injury, right?
Yeah.
It was the Arsenal game. That was what, the beginning of January? If I'm like the 10th of January or something like that.
Yeah, I think we played Arsenal in Jan, innit? Yeah, Jan.
Like the 10th of Jan, right? Or something like that.
Yeah.
So from the moment we knew that news, we should have already been looking for a right back. It shouldn't have been Frimpong's got to get injured before we look. Frimpong's been injured 3 times already this season. As soon as we knew we was missing Bradley, we should have went and looked for a right back. Why'd you wait until 2-3 days before the window shut? It's all of that last minute bullshit. It really is, bro. Do you know the worst thing about Liverpool's hierarchy since they've come in charge, right? They are always reactive rather than proactive when it comes to a lot of scenarios. So a proactive is getting Jacquet. Brilliant. Proactive was signing Naby Keita. Brilliant. Proactive was signing Mamadashvili. Brilliant. And we praise the club when they do that. But there's way too many times when it's reactive. And when you're reactive, you normally make mistakes or you buy the wrong person or whatever. Why wait until the last day or the last 2 days? Why we had almost 20 days then to think about and to go and execute the signing of the backup cover right back or whatever it is. Come on, man. The excuse can't be, well, with 2 days to go, Sunderland couldn't get a replacement. So you know what? It is what it is. No, man, that's not good enough, man. That's not good enough, man. I don't know, bruv. It annoys me, man. It annoys me, but, you know.
All right. I hear what you're saying. I fully agree. Listen, Geertruida might not necessarily been like a world beater, and if I'm not mistaken, he's actually had a decent season for Sunderland, but hasn't been starting like regularly as of late. I don't know why, but
Jay, how can you say 5 days isn't last minute, bro? Asking a club they've only got 5 days to replace their right back
that's
is
mental.
last minute.
You know how it is in Football Manager. Man's already panicking. That means they've got to scan the database.
Even if I'm exaggerating by saying 2 days, 5 days is last minute. Come on, man.
Yeah.
5 days. Yeah, how are you going to find a right back in 5 days?
I think
when you're Sunderland as well, because remember, it's a lot harder for Sunderland to get a player.
No, of course.
For a team like Liverpool, it's harder to convince people to go Sunderland, etc., etc. Like, come on, man, 5 days is nothing. We've got to give them longer than that.
Yeah.
Look, and the crazy thing is, I've seen quite a few people in the chat. I'm not even putting out Delred, who's the last one to say it. A lot of people have said it throughout the chat, like, guys, you lot are being a bit negative. All we're doing is we're pointing out facts that if you're gonna drink the Kool-Aid of the Jacquet signing, that's on you, innit? But they can't pull the wool over my eyes. I'm over the moon. We've got that done for the summer.
I'm happy with Jacquet, you know. Don't get twisted. Don't let me. All we're
talking about right now. What's the point?
No, but that person might have joined. Do you know why that person might have joined a bit late? And I'll tell you why. Do you remember at the beginning of the show, I said, I'm pointing out we're both happy with Jacquet, but we've got to have an honest conversation about other things around Jacquet. That means we didn't address nothing right now. This January, no defender was brought in.
100%.
Man said we're happy with
if you woke up in the morning and your missus said to you, do you know what? I'm making your favorite for dinner today. You'd be like, yes. You'd have a little bounce in your step. You know you're going to be so happy to get on for work. But you still are going to think about what you're having for breakfast. What, because you've heard you're getting your favorite dinner, you're going to skip breakfast? No. And that's what's happening right now. Yeah, in the summertime, we will be over the moon when he's official and all that. And it's an amazing coup from Liverpool.
Yeah.
But we got to think about breakfast right now. We got 4 months of a season left. And we didn't bring in any reinforcement for clear, glaring holes in the squad. God forbid. And again, I'm not going to name names because I don't want to put it in the atmosphere, but you lot know who I'm talking about. Who's cover for right wing? God forbid anything happens. Who's cover at right back? God forbid anything happens. While we've got midfielders covering at right back, what happens in midfield? And what happens at centre back? I just named 4 key areas of the squad. So for anyone who's saying that we're being negative, I want to hear nothing if we get an injury in any of those positions and we're in trouble. Do you know what I mean? Because look what happened the other day, Matt. All it took was Frimpong's injured and Curtis Jones was ill.
Yeah.
And then look, we were like, oh my God, what are we going to do in this game? Like, what are we going to do?
Because these times there, Ibi wasn't even confirmed to being back as well at that point.
Exactly.
Remember?
So, you know what I'm saying? It's just, if people want to let the wool be pulled over their eyes with the Jacquet signing for right now, that's your prerogative. I'm not going to tell you how to be a fan. But for me personally, I'll be excited about that in the summertime because it's a brilliant signing and I'm over the moon. But right now, I'm worried about breakfast and I can't go to work without breakfast or I'm not going to make it to dinner. So
I hear it. I tell you another reason why I'm kind of really annoyed at the Geertruida thing. Not necessarily crashing out, but I'm annoyed and angry because Geertruida, again, might not be a world-class player. He might not even be international class, but he does play for Holland. So that means I think he's a decent player. And, you know, sometimes, like, there's been players that just haven't played that great at a lower club, but when they get to a bigger club, they excel with better players. I think Geertruida's had a pretty decent season at Sunderland. The reason why Liverpool were after Geertruida is because Geertruida is a right back. But the caveat is he can play left back, he can play centre back, and he can play DM.
Yeah.
His versatility would have been so key for Liverpool that we would have sat there and gone, oh my days, we ain't gonna play Soboslai right back. I promise you, Geertruida is a better right back than Soboslai because he's a natural defender. Whether you think he's good or whether you think he's average, he's still a defender. He's better than Soboslai at right back. And not only that, it stops Liverpool from having to take out arguably our best midfielder and putting him at right back and off balancing the team.
And if Frimpong does get himself fit, then it means we don't have to play Gravenberch as centre back. If God forbid we got a centre back injury because Geertruida can play centre back. So we wouldn't have to disrupt the midfield again with Gravenberch playing centre back because Geertruida could have played there. Do you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Geertruida, as things stand, is the absolute perfect replacement for Joey if they sold Joey in the summer. Like, I still think we should revisit the Geertruida stuff in the summer. He is the perfect
That's one of my questions.
Joey
actually.
replacement.
Yeah.
I actually don't think there's anyone I can think of off the top of my head right now that would be a better replacement for Joey than Geertruida. We better revisit that again in the summer.
I think so.
I still think it's something we should do.
It makes sense, Drift, because again, he might not be a starter, but for me, he's more than able. Big up Imran. Cal said this to me earlier. Big up Cal if he's still here. I can see him there, but I don't know if he's listening. Mukiele, previously at PSG, I want to say he's another versatile kind of defender. But Mukiele, he literally is Sunderland. Yeah, he said Midea. Mukiele, big up Cal. He mentioned that to me earlier on. He's like Mukiele. I was like, I didn't even think about him. He's having a really good season at Sunderland. There's no way they were going to let him go. Remember, we tried to get a loan deal. We agreed with Leipzig. Leipzig were cool with it. It was just that Sunderland were like, no, we kind of need him. And I know he's not playing right now, so people think, oh, he can't be that good. Geertruida's actually played decent. Like, he's actually played pretty well, in my opinion, from when I've seen Sunderland. He's done his thing in it. And you got to understand that's in a Sunderland team. You play at Liverpool, I think he improves. I would like to think he does. And I just think he's just one of them defenders that you know what you're gonna get. He's sturdy, he's strong, he can read the game, and more importantly, that Arne Slot likes, he's good in possession. It makes sense, and it's something that I think we should revisit, Drift, like you said.
Yeah. And you know what? I think the thing that made Cal's face screw up so badly when I said, you think the club would ever consider playing Robbo at centre-back? I still remember the look on Cal's face. I told you that now, yeah, that is going to happen if we get an injury. At some point, Robbo's going to play centre-back. What? It's going to be a...
Bombocard!
Bro, I would be so honest, big up Cal. If we see Robbo at centre back,
we see it already, bro. How the blood clot this? How the blood clot this?
Could you imagine? No. Could you imagine rocking up? Man City. Obviously, we played them this Sunday, and we've got a back four of Kirkes, Robbo.
No, you've used the wrong team. Man City is shit. Use a good team.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, use a good team. Like, we had like a quarter-final Champions League
let's
against
say that
Bayern
after,
Munich.
no. Let's say that after we played them.
Man City are shit.
Drift, I'm not saying they're not rubbish. I think we'll win, but let's not do too much. You know what happens?
No, I hear you.
We're moving like we're sick.
I've never been so confident of something in my life. We are bending Man City over next week, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Get ready for some orange tube settings, bro. We are bending them over, bro. City are getting it.
خلاص كله شوف
Carl's diabolical, you know. I'm not gonna lie. Never let Carl be director, bro. Diabolical settings. Big up
I'll
Carl.
the gallery right now,
bruv. Maniac. But no, all jokes aside, though, the Geertruida thing, bro. It doesn't overshadow us signing a player in Jacquet, but it's still is that the real Egal?
I think so, yeah.
Egal, is that the real you? I don't even know if because there's bare burners. But if it's the real you, big up your damn self each and every time.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's the real Egal.
Egal's a madman, but yeah. Egal, thing is, anyone can say yes.
Technically, a troll would still say
a troll would say yeah, but
Egal, I'm sure it is. I'm sure.
Bro, big up Egal each and every time. Come on, my brother, family. Come on, man. Big up Egal, man. You know what I'm saying? I believe it is the real him as well. I believe it is. But yeah, in regards to like the Jacquet thing and obviously Geertruida, even Egal said it. He's a talent. So I'm trying not to let the Geertruida thing sort of like overshadow that we made a good signing. It's just that I can't help but think we are in trouble still. We are in race for the top 5. I can't believe I'm saying that. Do you know how mad that sounds? This is where Gal's probably going to laugh. But as Liverpool fans, if we're being honest, no one foresaw that we'll be in a top 5 race. Worst case scenario, we would have said, oh, we probably would have been like second, even third. Bro, we're in a top 5 race. Man United, under a different manager, under Amorim, would have lost that game on the weekend. They won. Chelsea, again, Rafinha, made the changes. Everyone's kind of like winning. We can't afford to make any mistakes, you know?
So let me ask you this. This is the part that I wanted to talk about tonight as well. Let me ask you this, Matt. So
yeah, go on.
I'm not one to watch face, right?
Yeah.
But every now and again, you have to watch face. I guess it's just natural. And when you're in competition, right, you do have to pay attention to other people to some.
See, look, now a gal's trolling. You see a gal? A gal's got imagine. Man said Liverpool back and could make a run for everything. See what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying.
I mean, I don't think that's trolling. I think that's factual. But anyway,
we should be going for the league about FA Cup, bruv.
No, he's talking about this season. We could make a run for the FA Cup or the Champions League this season. Yeah. This season. Sorry,
see what I'm saying? See when Arsenal, you see Arsenal get involved. Gal, see what you're doing. Go away, man. Go away, bro. No, I'm only joking.
Yeah, so, you see, like, one of them situations where, like, I don't like to watch face, right?
Yeah.
But in sport, I guess you have to a degree, right? Because you do have to keep an eye on the competition. So when you think about what Liverpool have now just watched, what is now our competition for this season? Man City and Arsenal are supposed to be our competition, but now Chelsea and Man United and Aston Villa have become our competition, right?
Yeah.
And if you look at what's going on at the two clubs, as you just stated, they both made bold decisions. They got rid of the manager, or in Chelsea's case, I think he left. But anyway, they've had a change of manager and it's given them a change of fortune so far. That might fade, but it is a big risk to think it will fade, right? Because you should really plan for it not to. What do you think, looking at the Liverpool hierarchy in that regard? So I don't mean to put you on the spot because you might not even have thought about this, but if you're looking at the change that has happened with Rafinha and Carrick, and you look at the way they've galvanized the teams, and look at the fact that now we are truly in the top 4 race that we didn't think we'd be in. Because let's be honest, if Amorim had stayed at Man United, we wouldn't be in the top 4 race. We'd be fine.
Yeah.
Or top 5, we'd be fine. Man United are the real ones who've got themselves involved in this equation out of the blue, because they shouldn't really have been involved in it, right? Do you think it's good or bad, or what do you think of the fact that the ownership haven't looked at that when it comes to the fact that we probably should have changed our manager as well? Like, where do you sit with that? Like, do you think they should have looked at what's happened and they should have thought about the positive effects? Or do you think they should have not cared about what anyone's doing and only cared about what we're doing?
If you're a smart business, you don't look what anyone else is doing. You look at what you're doing. But the problem is, they didn't look at what we was doing. No. I'm being real. If management would have looked at what we was doing, they would have said 9 losses in 12. Liverpool have only won 4 Prem games since was it September?
Yeah.
Liverpool only won 1 game in January.
That's wild, isn't it?
Saying these things, like, I need to, you know what I'm gonna do? You see next year.
So they're just not paying attention at all, is what you're saying.
Bro. You see next season, I'm gonna come back to this video, yeah, and I'm gonna look at this video and go, I can't believe I said that, because it's the truth. Like, it's like, bro, Liverpool have won 4. Obviously, I think it's 5 now, but 5 games since September in the Premier League, and Liverpool only won 1 game in January. We are.
The fuck is that?
Bro, we're supposed to be big bad Liverpool, and we're doing that. Because let's be real, Drift. I know we should look at watch face here, but any rival, say that happened to Arsenal, and Chelsea, Man United, you know, you're sitting there thinking that manager's definitely gone. 9 losses in 12 for a big team like that, they're gonna get rid of him. So why are we any different?
I get K-Mac, mate, because the manager, we weren't available, maybe. I mean, the The crazy thing is, though, the reason why that isn't an excuse is because we know you can do interim because, man, you were doing interim. Like, you can do interim. And this will make Cal happy. There is the perfect interim right there. All jokes aside, I know people have been doing a whole laughing at it or whatever, but the right interim is there.
Yeah.
So here's the, but you know what's crazy though, Matt? Yeah. And again, I probably shouldn't even say this because everyone's just going to be like, oh, well, you was never slot out in the first place and all that rubbish.
Yeah, go.
But if Slot does win anything this year, they'll be vindicated and then we all have to sit here and hold it.
No, in that aspect, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like, all jokes aside, we do. If Slot does win something, we all have to sit here and hold it. Nobody can turn around and go, they've done the wrong thing if he wins something. Because at the end of the day, trophies are what we're in the game for, right?
Can I give you an analogy? You're the analogy guy, yeah? That's like that's like saying your girl's been cheating on you for 6 months, but then she goes 6 months without cheating on you. You cool with that?
No.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
I was expecting that. But you get the premise though. Yeah. It's like man's gassed. Oh, my girl ain't cheated on me in 6 months, you know. Man, I had no phone calls in there.
No, you know, you've got to give me an analogy that doesn't mess with my pride so much, bro. I'm not
but bro, I'm trying to make, you know what it is? I'm trying to make the man them understand how mad it is.
No, I get it. I do get it.
Cheats on you for 6 months straight. You've known about it. You're about to break up, but then you go, oh, but you say she ain't cheating for 6 months.
You know, I've just thought of something.
We might be in the clear, huh?
I've just thought of something that's not as brutal. So let's say it was 6 months of you. Say you got you're in a traditional relationship where your woman stays at home with the babies and you go to work.
Yeah.
And part of her duty is to make sure that there's dinner. And for 6 months, you've barely been fed. Yeah. You keep coming. You've got the amount of times you look on your bank statement and it says Deliveroo and Uber Eats. You're like, nah, this is getting out of control now. Like, this is actually getting out of control. But in the last 4 or 5 months,
I've got membership. Yeah, go on.
In the last 4 or 5 months, Uber One saves my life. I'm not even gonna lie, I get bare discount. But in the last 4 months, she's actually started to realize it was bad mind. And now you're coming on to some great meals. And she tops it off with the most beautiful Christmas dinner ever. Like, even the family are like, yo, wife, she threw down. I'm not gonna lie.
It's only the one time she's done it for Christmas though, but all the other times is
no, she did for 6 months leading up to Christmas, and then just hit the Christmas dinner was the nail in the coffin. Like, she absolutely nailed it. You would forgive her for the 6 months she weren't cooking. You would.
Nobody tell me it's a real life of fuckery.
Well, I would anyway. I would.
Yeah, but do you know why? No, but do you know what it is though, Driv? That one is too easy to forgive for. That's why I use something radical.
If we win a trophy, I think those losses are easy to. If we win the Champions League, you think I'm gonna still be angry about? Bruv, we've won the Champions League, bro.
Hold on. I'm trying to, let me see if I can think of another right now.
Shit. Got your ass.
You've made that way too easy. Hold on,
let me think. By the way, R.I.P. Man, that was such sad news.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think. What could be so mad that's going on?
Matt, you think it would be easy to forgive that you keep coming home to no dinner, hungry, starving?
But then you said, but then she
realized it was deliberate.
You said she fixed up for 6 months though, and then Christmas dinner.
Yeah, so if we start playing really well, and then we go and win the Champions League.
What you're saying is way easier to forgive than if your missus is gone mad and then you find out she's not gone mad.
Because I don't think cheating can be forgiven. So that's why I think it was too extreme. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think
some people probably I don't want to do disrespectful things. Some people may let me not, because I don't want to affect anyone if they have actually gone through that.
Look,
let me think of another analogy.
I just wouldn't be able to live with that personally. That's all.
Let me think of something else.
All right, if you're going to use the cheating one as an example, just use something that's not as bad. Like, she went on a date or she was talking on the phone or something. Because if you go as far as intimacy,
Yeah, but the
then
problem is,
obviously
though, she's been on bare dates because this has been 6 months, Drift. This is 6 months of foolishness.
Yeah, but I can no, but I could understand to a degree a man who would forgive a woman if there was nothing physical, but she just went on a few dates with someone.
All right, I've got it.
Okay.
All right, if that's what we're
there's
doing.
no physicality involved, then I can understand why a man
All right,
might
cool,
let it slide.
cool, bless. All right, cool. She's gone on dates for 6 months. You found her Tinder profile or whatever profile.
No, she can't be on a dating app. No, what we doing here, bro?
What you said? How you gonna find out she's dating, fam?
No.
How you gonna find out she's dating?
No, what we doing here, bro?
Unless the man them, unless you got the man them outside, which they should be, yeah, all eyes on deck everywhere, yeah, so anything down, man. The boy them will tell you, yeah, your boys will tell you. All I'm saying is, bro, what Slot has done, I know it sounds mad, it is radical. The cooking, the cooking and eating and stuff, yeah. Pause. I had to pause that one. I said it. I can't play a dub plate or something. I can't play a dub plate. Oh, why is Cal not playing a dub plate? Nah. All right, let me say this, yeah.
He just dropped the question provocative and then bounced, bro.
What you said is way easier to forgive.
Bro, I don't think it's easier to deal with. I wouldn't be able to handle my girl going on a date with another man.
No, the food stuff, stuff. No, your original analogy. That's in my opinion, that is way too easy or easier, shall we say, a lot easier to forgive than finding out that your missus.
Well, the reason I used that as an analogy is because the year started off terrible, but she salvaged it. And that is what I would believe would be happening if we won the Champions League. It'll be a terrible start to the season, but it was salvaged. Do you get what I'm saying? That is the reason why I use that as an analogy, because I think if we win the Champions League, I think the season has been salvaged. You can't forgive what happened in terms of it was shocking, but you still salvaged it. I don't think you can salvage infidelity. Personally, I don't think.
All right, I've got one for you. I've got one for you. This one's even. It's still mad, yeah, but it doesn't. It doesn't. There's no one else involved.
If Slot wins the Champions League, I'm back on the platform.
All right, this is for the man them in the chat, yeah. It's for the man them in the chat. Right?
You fucking idiots!
Charles not having the slot in, man. I've got the analogy. or the premise, yeah.
Oh man.
Obviously, you got your missus, yeah, and out of nowhere for 6 months, yeah, you're going to bed blue balls every night, 6 months, yeah. Then 6 months later, and then 6 months later, she's like, "Yeah, I'm feeling better about myself, yeah. So like, are we good?"
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Unless she has
for 6 months, yeah,
you're going.
For 6 months, you're going. So 6 months, you're going to bed. You're thinking, rah. Same routine. You have your dinner, yeah. She goes to bed, puts on the headscarf, yeah. You're sitting down with tray in hand, dinner, and you're just chilling, watching film by yourself. That's it.
Let us at it. People in distress.
Bro, if your woman made you go 6 months,
6 months, now big man thing. Imagine
you'd have way more in your hand than.
All right, no, but I'm trying to get people to understand is what this manager has done is insane.
I know.
We've gone from being title contenders to now parring with Man United, who we laughed at, who have brought in a new manager and are now ahead of us. At Chelsea, who have brought in Matisse, pick him up each and every time. My brother, they brought in Matisse, they're ahead of us. I'm trying to make people understand what I'm saying is drastic, because I would hopefully say no man has ever gone through that. But if you did go through that, yeah, 6 months, tray in hand, watching whatever film and your girl's going to bed.
I just told you, bro. 6 months, you'd have way more than a tray in your hand, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It'll be insane, bro. It'll be absolutely insane. Are you hearing what you're saying, bro?
Shit, if I do it. Shit, if I do it.
All right. So what are you saying?
I'm not gonna. No. We can't even go 2 months without a very, very deep conversation.
She's like, babe, like, I'm sorry, like, I ain't been myself. However, 6 months is crazy.
Yeah. Obviously, you're talking about if you live together as well. I'm guessing.
Yeah, you live together because it has to be that. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a relationship scenario.
No. You can't. No, you can't. Because
that's what I'm saying. It's half a year, man. Them.
Because at that point, it becomes more than just I'm not getting any. It also becomes why don't you want any? So like, there's a whole different category. You know what I mean?
January. August, September, October, November, December, January. 6 months. We've gone through 6 months of hell. That's why I said 6 months. 6 months don't matter. But let's just say 6 months. 6 months of that madness. I'm not going through that even myself. I'm thinking what's going on here.
Yeah, that's insane.
She don't like man no more. 6 months. I don't, bro. She don't like me no more. I'll be real.
Yeah.
She don't like man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't put up with that. Why should we put up with this? I know the analogy is radical, but what I'm trying to say,
that is a radical analogy.
It is radical, but you get the premise though.
Because you know what, we got some pleasure. We beat Real Madrid. We beat Aston Villa. We beat Newcastle.
Just quickly, let me address one thing. Makuma, if this was the case, I would not be streaming. I would not be streaming. Man would be in the clubs. What are we doing here? Think I've got time for streaming? If that's happening, these men would be like, "Where's my eyes? He's gone. You know, still. Where's he?
Go.
Yeah, all you hear is music in the background. That's crazy. But now, all jokes aside, yeah. For me, I'm on the wavelength of if he wins the FA Cup or Champions League, bruv, he has to go, bruv. Because the damage has already been done.
Man, I'm going to be honest with you. The FA Cup,
Drift, don't think a trophy changes things, bro.
Bro, he cannot be sacked if he wins Champions League. I find it impossible for the ownership to find an excuse to sack him if he wins the Champions League.
Drift, he can be. You're just worried that. Do you know what it is? No, this is no joke. You're worried him winning the Champions League gives you hope to thinking that he can go back to what it was before. But Drift, the problem is he's already showed us his true self. He'll never go back to that, my bro, because it's been 6 months. Drift, if we were 3 months into a season, I'd fully hear you. I'd be like, Drift, it's only 3 months, like whatever, boom, boom, boom. Drift, it's 6 months. When we're now in February, Drift.
No, he should be sacked now. I get it. I agree with you.
But let me ask you something.
If they keep him and he wins the Champions League, I don't think you can sack a Champions League winning manager.
No, I'm not asking would the club. That's different. I'm asking you. Would you do
me personally? Yeah, I would, especially if Enrique was.
If I don't believe you, no. Be honest, Jeff. Would you actually say he needs to go if he wins Champions League?
I would 100% swap him for Enrique. 100%.
Would you swap for Alonso?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Okay.
But I tell you what, though, those are the only two. There's no other manager. If he wins Champions League, there isn't any other manager I'd get rid of him for. It would only be those two.
Yeah.
It would only be if it's not Alonso or Enrique. No, yeah, you're right. Actually, I would for Fabregas. I would. Yeah, I would. Fabregas, Alonso, Enrique. I would get rid of him for one of those three if he won the Champions League. But if he doesn't, but if it's not one of those three, no, I'd actually. If it's not one of those three, then I would actually understand why they would keep him, because again, I've said to you lot before, my need for him to go is for the progression of Liverpool, not because I think he's a crap manager. I just think
I know
kind of impasse where it's not working at Liverpool anymore. He is still I wouldn't, Cal. No disrespect, I wouldn't sack him for Gerrard. Not on a full-time.
Told you, bro. He's still slot in, fam. There's always going to be one moment.
You would give Gerrard the job full-time over Slot.
He needs to leave the club.
Can I also just say to you guys, if he was to win the Champions League, forget about the fact that we did have that 6 months of terribleness. He would be a manager that won the Premier League and the Champions League in his first 2 years as Liverpool manager. We have to take ourselves out of our own need for the football to be amazing in that moment.
Great. It sounds great.
We're in this game to win, and he won the 2 biggest trophies. You cannot get rid of a manager who in 2 years wins the 2 biggest trophies in world.
You know what it is?
Come on, man.
This ain't Jurgen Klopp where you kind of got the. You've got that belief. You've got that. You know what Klopp is capable of. This is Arne Slot, bro.
No, Matt, I'll be honest with you. And again,
this is the other side. No.
I'm not helping my case. I'm never going to beat the allegations.
You might as well run. Yeah, just say what you want to say, bro.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. The man's been a manager for 5.5 years of top like professional level, right? Forget youth team.
My God,
He's
you're
been
doing
top
that
for 5.5 years.
I hate you. Go on.
You're telling me that he would have won 2 league titles. He would have almost won a league title and only COVID stopped it happening. He would have won a domestic cup and he would have won a Champions League in only 5 years. Bro, I think there's way more evidence he's a good manager there than he's a bad. I actually think that is being negative to just look at one little period of badness and then go, that's how you should judge him, when the other 4.5 years is nothing but success. Come on, man. Look, we have to take our emotion out of it in that moment and go, you cannot call that person a bad manager.
Do you know what? I listened to everything you just said, except for when you said just that little piece of badness.
Because if we win the Champions League, I will forgive what happened. I can't, if we win the Champions League, I will forgive. I'm not going to say I'll forget it, but I will forgive it if we win the Champions League.
Are you okay with Man United and Chelsea finishing above Liverpool after spending 450 million?
If we win the Champions League, they can have it, bro. We'll be in the Champions League as well.
I understand
they can have it, bro.
But this is where I feel like where we disagree.
Who's going to be happy at the end of the season? Chelsea with 4th, Man U with 5th, or Liverpool with a Champions League?
If Liverpool win the Champions League, I will be gassed over the moon considering the season we've had. And I know it sounds mad, but it's on a higher scale and a better scale. It's the Postecoglou thing. He won them a trophy, bruv. He won Spurs a trophy that I never thought Spurs could ever do, and that's win something. That's big man.
He was in a relegation battle. That's
I understand. I understand. Totally but what I'm saying is, I know we're not relegated, Jeff. I understand that, but our Premier League form is so bad that this will be remembered for a long time. This isn't like this isn't Liverpool lost the 4-5. Bruv, we lost 9 games in 12 in all competitions, if I'm not mistaken. We won 5 games in 4 months in the Premier League.
No, I know.
We're Liverpool Football Club.
Here's the thing. I would get rid of him now. We're just talking about a hypothetical scenario.
You wouldn't, you know. Do you know why you wouldn't? What happens if he wins the Champions League?
No, but because he hasn't won the Champions League, we're just having a hypothetical conversation.
Okay,
we're talking about facts. Alonso's sitting right there, bro. I would get rid of him now. So I want everyone to understand that's the point of the conversation we're having. I would get rid of Slot right now. But we're saying if the club are like, we're not going to, and then we fast forward 5 months and he's won the Champions League, and it's June the 1st, Matt, and we're up in Liverpool again. We've organised it this time. We're on the coach. Man, them are popping magnums. Man, them are doing, like, we're on our way up there. We've got the hotel booked. We ain't got to worry about how we're going to get home. It's a sunny day this time, so it's not raining. And we're up there celebrating number 7. I'm talking about in that scenario. I don't think he can win the Champions League. That's why I'd get rid of him. But I'm saying if he does win the Champions League, you cannot get rid of a man who's just won the Champions League, in my opinion.
Do you know what I
would
realize?
Give the poor league form, as long as the poor league form doesn't end up being like we're 12th or something. If we stay around 5th, 6th, around that area, and then we win the Champions League, I'll forgive the league form. I'm going to be on it. I'm not even going to front on you lot. He's just won number 7. We've won big years. Bro, I will forgive the league form in that moment.
But why can't you say thank you for the Champions League, but you still need to go?
You can do that, but I just wouldn't do that personally.
Because what I want
to do that.
Do you know what I've realized? This ain't even this is not at you, Drift. So remember, this is not at you. This is in general. There's some fans that are still not willing to let go, you know. And it's because of what he done.
There's a couple people who agree, but I can see most people don't.
And I understand that because of what he done. No one predicted we wouldn't have won the league. Not many people. Drift, you maybe one of the very few that I know that in fact, you're probably the only person that I think that I know that predicted that. What I'm saying is this though. There's things that can be said where it's like, okay, short term, I hear you. Short term success, that was Arne Slot's story. Excuse me. But long term success, that might not be his story. And sometimes you have to make those difficult decisions. And I'm okay with that. Even if the next manager doesn't work out, I'm okay with that. Because I've seen enough, in my opinion, to know that long term, from what he wants to achieve and how he wants to get there, I don't think it's for Liverpool. Even if he wins the Champions League, it will still be like, do you know what, bro? I give you all the credit in the world, just like I give you the Prem. I respect it. That's not going to change. But I just think long term, you're not the right successor for Liverpool. You're not.
But no, I understand where you're coming from. I really understand where you're coming from. And that's why I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just giving my opinion on how I feel about a manager who's won.
No, I hear that. I hear what you're saying.
And I'm also looking at it from a hierarchy point of view, where that would be where I would understand where the hierarchy are coming from. And I would actually understand the hierarchy thinking, how can we get rid of somebody who's just won the 2 trophies in 2 years that we hire people to win? Like, you're almost contradicting yourself a little bit.
No. Do you know why on paper it sounds mad? All right, I know it's not the same caliber of trophies. If I'm not mistaken, did Ten Hag win 2 trophies at Man United? Did he win Carabao and FA Cup?
The League Cup and the FA Cup
hear me out.
Not even close to comparison.
Hear me out. He was terrible in the Prem, but he won them trophies. Remember, he won them trophies with a very, very, again, rubbish squad, or very, very average squad. Arsenal didn't win nothing even when Ten Hag was in charge. Let's not forget that. Man United could have said, you know what? But he's won some stuff. Let's build on that. But they understood. Amorim, I know he didn't win nothing, but they could have stuck with him and gone, do you know what? I see it now. Bro, you have to make those difficult decisions. I feel like Liverpool Football Club is so emotional that we're scared to make those big decisions because we're always thinking about what if. But we've seen the now. Excuse me. We've seen it now. Drift, you was going mad when we're losing game after game. Don't forget that feeling that you had where Liverpool's losing game after game. You got sick and tired of it. Bro, you just said...
I'll get it.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like you're forgetting that moment or those moments how you felt when you were like, bro, I can't do this anymore. How many times have you said on the watch long, I can't do this anymore, bro? Like, big man.
Until the Newcastle game, I'd lost interest.
Cal turned into a DJ and started playing rhythms. Man started DJing.
No, I know, bro.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Remember, we're doing the hypothetical of if he wins it. And I think we do have to add in that if he won the Champions League, we can't be stupid if we're going to do the hypothetical. We have to involve the fact that the football would have got better. Like, we can't win the league, the Champions League playing the way we're playing now. Yeah. But the football would have had to have improved.
When you say better, Drift, one thing I will say is, though, and this is not me taking shots at the manager, this is me kind of praising him. The football that we're playing, even though I don't think is great, it does suit the Premier League. Hence why it suits the Champions League. Hence why we've actually done pretty decent in the Champions League, other than when we got battered up that one time, which we won't go into. But we've actually done pretty well. Our football, no intensity in the Champions League. No one really does low blocks because everyone's trying to qualify. It suits us, bro.
Would that not be the scenario whereby you would say he had that patch that was poor, but then he fixed up? And then he played football that was good enough to win the Champions League. So there would have had to have been some improvement in our play, because we can't win the Champions League how we play now. There would have had to have been some improvement, which would have meant he almost went back to the first 6 months rather than it being based on the last 6 months. So would that not be fair to say then?
The player quality that we have is good enough to win the Champions League because of the quality we have. And no jokes aside, all jokes aside, sorry.
I agree with that.
Yeah, all jokes aside, we've beaten the Real Madrid. We've beaten the Atletico. Like, in a weird way, we're outsiders, but we still have a chance of winning Champions League. Because Champions League football is played different. Until we meet a Prem team, I think there's not... I know it sounds weird. There's not many teams that will like playing against Liverpool. They might fancy their chances at the same time, but at the same time, they kind of know, no, but they got dangerous players. Bruv, we could still win this Champions League, but it won't be because of Arne Slot's genius or we've improved so much. It would just be that the football.
That's unfair, man. We can't say that. If we win,
no. When I say genius, I mean like beating Real Madrid, beating Atletico, and the other teams that we've beaten in the Champions League. There's a reason why, because the football that we actually play suits the Champions League. It's slower paced. There's no intensity in the Champions League. We can do the possession thing.
I get it.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's me kind of, to be fair, that's me kind of praising the manager, because that football that he wants to play works in European football.
Because here's the wickedest thing. Here's what the ownership will be worried about, yeah? And this isn't my opinion. This is just what I think the ownership would be thinking. if he wins the Champions League, right,
Mm.
and then they bring in Alonso. Let's use Alonso because it's probably a more realistic person than Enrique. So let's use Alonso. So he wins the Champions League. We say thanks, but this is where we cut ties. We're bringing Alonso. If Alonso is third halfway through the season, and we're kind of looking at we're not going to win the Premier League, and we're just trotting along in the Champions League, we're all right. Do you know what people will say? You should not go with a slot. Because they'll be looking at a man who did win the big trophies, and now they'll be looking at a manager who looks like he's not going to, and they'll be like, well, you had a proven, because he did it. And you brought in someone who's never done it before. That was a silly mistake. And that's what will be worrying the owners about making the change. I believe that's even what's worrying them now. I believe they're even thinking to themselves, this man won the league. We get rid of him and nobody wins the league after him. Why do we get rid of the man who proved he can win the league? Even if he's in bad form now, he's actually proved he can win the league because he's done it. I think that's what's bugging him out right now.
It probably is, but that's not a good way of thinking of it, though, in my opinion. Like, he had an amazing season. Some might say towards the end, you started to see the real slot. Some might say, not all, some. Bro, if Liverpool were like second or third and we hadn't lost as many games, I'd hear everything that you're saying. But, broski, this manager's done enough for one season, bro. Like, I remember we're doing hypotheticals. If we're being realistic, as good as I think we are,
he probably won't win the Champions League.
He won't win the Champions League. So, like, it's a kind of non-starter. If we get quarter semis, then I'll say, let's have that conversation. But right now, it's a non-starter. Although I do think, you know what I might even say? This might even sound mad. There might be more chance of us winning the Champions League than there is us getting fifth spot right now. I'll be honest with you. You see fifth spot right now, Man United right now and Chelsea, those two teams are ahead of us right now. They are. I know people don't want to hear it, but they actually are. That's the reality. So,
yeah, it's techie, man. It's techie.
I don't know. So, but yeah, last thing I want to speak about. Where is it? Harvey Elliott, bro. Liverpool, Aston Villa had a conversation. Harvey Elliott, it was agreed that he wasn't gonna leave Villa. Negotiations took place. I believe Liverpool tried, or actually, no, not Liverpool tried. Let me rephrase that actually, because let me read it. Harvey Elliott is expected to stay at Aston Villa after failing to find an agreement on a return to Liverpool. Club sources say there's been no recent discussions on the removal of the 10-game obligation that exists in the deal for Elliott, which indicates that Villa need to pay a permanent fee of 30 to 35 million to sign the 22-year-old permanently. If Villa wished to end the agreement, they would have to pay a termination fee, while Liverpool did not want to recall Elliott. That good enough reading for you guys? That good enough? Just to let you guys know. I dare someone step on stage and read like that. Could never. Anyway, yeah, hold that. What are you saying about that, bro? So basically, he's staying. We already know. There was a discussion to remove it. They couldn't come to an agreement, and I believe Liverpool didn't even want him anyway. They didn't want to bring him back.
That's the part I don't like, that we didn't want him back either, because he would have definitely bolstered the squad if we're not going to make any signings. I don't like the fact that Elliott is a good player and Liverpool kind of acting like he's not. So that annoys me a little bit. As for Villa, they've kind of had to make the financial choice to risk not being able to afford him, to not sacrifice. And do you know what? Here's the wickedest thing, man. This is how I've got mad respect for the Villa ownership.
Yeah.
So even though they've done some crazy things, right? They've got 98% of their outgoings is wages, if I'm not mistaken, which is nuts.
It's high.
Nuts, bro. That's
stupidly
so high.
Yeah, stupidly high.
If that was blood pressure, they'd have a heart attack and a stroke, bro. Like, that is crazy high, bro. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? That is crazy high, bro.
That's mad.
But if you deep it, here's where I respect it though, bro. Yeah, because they're risking a heart attack and a stroke for success, bro. That is where I rate it, because you know what they're looking at, and they're thinking, if we let Elliott go back for financial reasons, look how thin the squad is. What happens if we need him? And they're not letting a financial decision get in the way of their ambition. And their ambition is top 4 Champions League football and try and win the Europa League. And I tell you what, as proven with the England under-21s, Elliott is someone who can win you tournaments and can help you win things. He's a good player. You know how much I rate Elliott. Elliott is a good player.
Elliott's a bad boy, man.
And if they find themselves in top 4, they're looking at like, you know what? That 30 mil we have to give Liverpool that we couldn't really afford, it's worth it because he's a good player anyway. And he helped us to get there. So they're doing the opposite almost of what we're doing. I rate it. I actually rate it. I know they're putting them, I know that, you know what it is, man? Their credit card is maxed right now, bro. You get what I'm saying? Right now, they are fully maxed on that credit card, bro. You know what I'm saying?
100,
but you know
100.
what? They're thinking, but when I get that job, I can pay off this credit card. So
I
right
hear
now,
it.
right now, do you get what I'm saying? Right now,
Yeah.
what they're doing is what we talked about that Liverpool aren't doing. Do you know what I mean? They're speculating to accumulate, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and I respect it, bro. I actually respect it. And that shows more ambition than a lot of other ownerships in this league. I'm going to be honest with you. So I rate it. They've got 3 major injuries. People are forgetting that the Tillemans and the Camera one is huge. Both of them
Is
are out for
another
almost
injured as well, is he?
I think Anana's back soon. But
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken, Tillemans is 2 to 3 months, and they're saying Camera might be the rest of the season. On top of that, they're also looking at no current return date for McGinn.
Tielemans is another one. Tielemans, or did you mention him already?
Tielemans. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're saying it's going to be about 3 months. But if you lose McGinn, Tielemans, and Kamara, bro, that's like ripping the heart out of Aston Villa, bro.
No, Villa in trouble. McGinn, that's the one. I said Tielemans. I'm going mad. Thank you, KJ. Big at his damn self. I meant McGinn. Sorry.
No. I said McGinn. Yeah, and even
you said McGinn. See, I'm definitely going mad. Then. And I'm definitely going mad.
Now Watkins, bro. So do you know what? I actually rate the fact. I rate the fact that you know what they did. They brought back Douglas Luiz.
But bro, yes, they're
keeping
you know,
Elliott. Like they're doing what needs to be done, bro.
But here's another thing where I feel like Liverpool kind of messed up. I understand your perspective on it in terms of Aston Villa. It makes sense for them 100%. Of course it does, bro. They got bag injuries. Aston Villa are wearing the table. Are they third?
Third, yeah.
So theoretically, they're a rival this year. They're a direct rival.
Yeah,
we should be saying, give us back the damn player.
No, but it's up to them. They have to cancel it. We can't take him back. They have to cancel it.
We're the parent club.
No, but we signed a deal that said that it was... Because remember, it was with a deal to an obligation.
No.
So
but here what I'm going to say to you.
They have to say
I'm going to say to you. The main reports are saying Liverpool didn't want him back. So even though... I know it sounds stupid.
Is that not PR to save face? You know what we're like. You know
there was a No. There was a conversation. But let's be real. If Liverpool wanted Harvey Elliott back, they'd have him back. It's that simple. I promise you, bro. They didn't want him back.
I don't think with the current situation, so Villa being in trouble with their squad, though.
We're the parent club. If we wanted Harvey Elliott back, we would have sorted out a deal and we would have got him back. This still makes no sense. We've got Harvey Elliott, at Aston Villa. Now they need him, yes, due to injuries. However, they're a rival. We should have said, hold on, that's our player. Boom, boom, boom. These are the terms. You know the settings. Give us back the player.
I think we'd have had to pay them, though, brother. If we want to terminate the contract, we'd have had to pay them.
Even if we had to pay them, we're the parent club. The annoying thing is, I don't think Slot really wanted him, personally. No, that's probably my premise.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think Slot really said, we got to get him back. I just think there may have been a conversation in terms of his future. Oh, what are we going to do with Harvey Elliott? Is he coming back? And Slot's probably thinking, well, I don't really want him back. Like, do you know what I mean? I reckon it was that kind of conversation.
Mate,
I'm speculating, chat. I'm speculating, but do you know what I mean?
But like I said, we would have had to pay him, though, brother. And the club were probably thinking, and remember, that would have also been, I think they still, if I'm not mistaken, Villa still have to agree to it. Even if we paid them a compensation for breaching the contract, I still think they need to agree to it. I think,
but you know why I feel like
there's nothing we can do about it,
bro. How about this year? Don't be shocked if he doesn't even. How many games has he played now?
But he's only got 2 more games, and then it's an obligation. He's
Call
only
me
got
a
to make 2 more
madman.
appearances.
Call me a madman. I know they've got a bag of injuries. Don't be surprised if he doesn't end up playing the 10. I'm not even joking.
Nah, he will, Matt. He will. He
All
came
right.
on the other day. They're gonna. They realize they've got to use him. They've realized.
Let's wait and see. Because see, Villa, they've had PSI issues before and they've had problems. They don't clearly want to pay that, but they're acting like they need him. They will utilize him, and I guarantee they'll probably leave it on 1 game to go. How about this? Shout out to all the people that know about the Lewandowski thing that happened last season. The goal bonus thing. Where he put, I'm not gonna go into that, but you lot know. That's what I'm gonna say.
Well, it'll be interesting. We'll see. But there's a lot of football left. I think they will sacrifice paying the money to win what they are trying to achieve more so than just be cheap about it. I think he'll play. It's only 2 or 3 more games, but he'll play.
If he does play,
though,
that means they'll be obliged to pay the third.
You
think they're gonna pay? You think they're gonna sign Harvey Elliott basically then?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
How about this? I don't think they sign him. And it sounds mad right now because you're thinking,
oh, no, but you got to remember there's also the other rule from an obligation, bro. That means that they can give him back to us, but they've got to pay us. So if I'm not mistaken, I think you have to pay 20% of the fee if you break the obligation. So what's 20% of 35 mil? It'll be like 8 mil or something.
Oh, you're talking about if they break the obligation?
Yeah. So if they break the obligation, they've got to pay us.
I'll be real, Diff. If they break the obligation, I'm gonna say Liverpool put in some hefty fee.
I think it's 20% of the fee, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I think you've got to pay 20% of the fee, which would be about. I ain't great at maths. Like 20% of 35 is about 8 mil or 9 mil or something like that. Just off the top of my head.
Because it says here. Removal of the 10-game obligation that exists in the deal for Elliott, which indicates that Villa need to pay a permanent fee of 30 to 35 mil to sign a 22-year-old permanently. Yeah. So 30 to 35. And it remember
7 mil. 1 mil off. Big up, Jen. Yeah, 7.
Yeah, big up. Yeah, 1 mil. Yeah, obligation, Maybe they might drift. Maybe you could be right. Maybe they do the whole, well, we need him, true to injury. We don't want to sign him. We'll pay 7 mil.
So we'll give Liverpool 7 mil if we can't afford.
Yeah, maybe they might.
And it's a win-win for Liverpool because it's free money and they get the player back.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. I didn't think that. Yeah, that's a good shout. I didn't think of that. They would break the obligation, so that's a good.
And let's be honest, 30 mil is kind of worth it anyway. But 7 mil, if they win the Europa League, it's definitely worth it. Do you know what I mean? Like 100%, it's worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And any team is better with Elliott in it than not in it, in my opinion, because Elliott is a great player for me. I love Elliott. I was annoyed that we got rid of him in the first
Elliott's
place.
cold, man.
So he could have definitely helped us this season. That's for damn sure. So
yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, for real. Big up Cal each and every time. Big up Cal, man. Rest up, my bro. Rest up, Cal. Big up Cal.
Big up Cal. Oh, hold on. Right. Is he gonna go rest? Yeah.
Yeah.
Big up, man. Go get some sleep, my G.
We got Kyle. I'm gonna be that super now, and then we're gonna head out, bro. So yeah, man. Kyle, get some rest, my bro. You done already. Get some rest, man.
I'm not gonna lie. Kyle did well in the gallery today with the ad libs and the
Nah, he did still. I can't lie. He did still. Come on, man. Bless up, man. Each and every time, man.
Yeah, Jam up, big up. This is what I was thinking. It's true. Remember, because Chelsea had the obligation for Sancho, but they didn't thingy. I think the fee was 25 mil, and they had to pay Man U 5 mil to give him back because they didn't want to keep the obligation.
Got you.
Yeah.
No, you might be right on that one, Drift. I'll be real. I think you might be right. They probably would do that if they don't want him. They probably would just be like, "Bob, we'll just have to just cough out 7 mil.
Yeah, we just pay 7 mil. Yeah. F it, like. And then if I'm not mistaken, that means Liverpool would have collected 11 mil because I think it was 4 mil.
I can't remember how much the loan fee was.
I think the loan fee was 4 mil. I think
was it.
So we'd have got 11 mil and the player back. Liverpool loved the idea of that.
No, of course, just for a loan, innit?
Yeah, but and we didn't have to pay his wages all year. You know, Liverpool loved that.
Yeah.
That's right up Liverpool Street, bro. 100%.
No, agreed. Bigger Emmy Alonso linked with City slot urged slow play early versus Newcastle, but players went direct themselves. No tactics, individual brilliance, slot out. Bigger Emmy. Big up the prodigy, Matt. How you feeling after my boys slap Lakers? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was pissed off. New York beat Lakers. I think it was like, what was it, 112 to 100? Yeah.
I heard that
Yo,
even though he's still good because he's LeBron, he is kind of showing his age a bit now. People,
bro, LeBron's. I don't want. You know what it is, Drift. LeBron's doing a Salah. Not as bad, but the decline.
But if I'm not mistaken, LeBron's 40 now, right?
41.
It's remarkable he's even still playing.
Year 23.
That he is an athlete, boy. That is crazy.
Head of an athlete, bro.
No wonder the man's bunions look like chicken drumsticks, bro.
Mental, bro.
Man's putting his feet under hella pressure, bro.
Bro, year 23 and nah, LeBron.
Don't you remember when they were trolling him online when they were showing?
No, but there's a picture of LeBron, bro. LeBron.
It was wild.
Yeah,
bro.
his body of work is mad still. I can't lie, like it's mad still. Big up Soren, big up gents, love the signing. Big up Soren, in time. Excuse me, big up gents. Love the signing. We are future proofing the defense. Also, I'm gonna be at Anfield with my son on Sunday, screaming slot in from the club. You never walk alone. Listen, Soren.
First and foremost, Soren, safe journey with you and your son, my G. I hope you get here and back safe. Secondly, big up your damn self that you're going to Anfield. Thirdly, big up your damn self for your contribution every time. And fourth, you stay in there, brother. If you're a slot man, I love it because he ain't letting anyone else influence him. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. And he will be one of the people vindicated if we win the Champions League. So big up to Soren every time.
Soren, big up your damn self. I agree with everything Drifty said. Apart from Drifty missed out part 5. He agrees with everything that you've just said about restarting. 100%. 100%. Now Drift feels like, there's someone else like me, blood. I'm not the only one.
I've known Soren's been slutting for time, bro.
You have been as well, bro.
No,
you're not slut out, Drift. You can't fool us, bro.
Of course,
you can't fool us. The chat,
I was until the Newcastle game. I didn't even care anymore, bro.
Drift, the chat can read you. They know you're slotting.
No, the chat just want it to be the case so that they can be
chat,
on my
let
team.
him know he's slotting. You lot know. I don't have to say nothing. Big up. No, I read that one already. Big up, Carl. Big up, Jay. Guehi on 300k. Jeremy Jacquet is on 60k. Flipping,
I would say though that Guehi's body of work deserves way more than Jacquet. We can't say they should be on similar wages.
No, they should be on similar wages. I agree with that because like 20 years old and compared to an established international centre back, you play for 100%.
Yeah,
Big up H. Maybe just quickly. All right, skim read. Cool. All right. Geertruida is definition of mid, but most of us were satisfied considering slot trust. And we're desperate for a full versatile centre back, fullback. We should look into loans more. Case in point, Hincapié. Arsenal got him on loan.
That's a wind up, you know. You know how long I wanted Hincapié. That is a wind up and a half, bro. That is a wind up and a half.
Cool. Say less. Big up Jay. Guehi got the wages and the sign-on fee. Yep, that is true. Big up Emmy again. We keep signing young players, but Slot doesn't play youth. Feels like a mismatch. Could mean he's on his way out. Maybe. But I also
there is a bit of a difference between playing a youngster that you've purchased and playing a youngster that's just from your academy. We've said this before. Teams don't really seem to give their academy players the same love that they do to everyone else. So that could be part of it.
Yeah. Big up Jay, you don't pay players based on past performances. No, of course not.
No, you do to a degree.
You can. It's more about it.
Come on, man. Salah didn't get
it is current though.
What he's going to do in the future, he got 450 because what he's done in the past. Come on, let's be real. A 33-year-old Salah don't get 450 grand without.
It's the mix. No. I know this is a cop out. It's a mixture of past and present, though. It is a mixture. It's a mixture.
Yeah. It is a mixture. Yeah.
Big up Jay. Oh, no, I read that one. Sorry, apologies. Big up Jay again. Sign-on fee and wages get taxed differently. Big up Jay again.
Maybe.
He put strikers in straitjacket. I don't know. Who's that regarding?
Who? Are we talking about Slot?
He put strikers in straight jacket. Is that you talking about Jacquet? I'm not sure you're talking about Jay.
Oh yeah, maybe he is talking about Jacquet.
Yeah, big up Golda. Mandem, if anywhere, shape, or form Tonali becomes available in the market, Liverpool have to grab. Love all of midfielders, but this one does not slip.
Bro, he is available. Did you hear that news today?
And the agent tried to cover it up.
Offered him to Arsenal.
Bro, do you know what's so mad, yeah? Do you know when you know it's true? The agent goes, yeah, no, it's a non-starter. Like, no, but there was another quote that said something about, oh, we have to see what happens in March or something like that. There was a quote, yeah? Then the agent says to one radio station, whatever, yeah, nah, you know, like, nah, it's not that. Tonali's happy. Brother, Tonali wants to leave. The agent or intermediaries try to see what could be done. They got caught red-handed and they said, yeah, we didn't do nothing. Bro, it's obvious.
And here's the wickedest thing. How can he go to Arsenal? Arsenal have got so many midfielders. Where would he play at Arsenal? I mean, I think he's better than them, but if we're going off the premise of they just bought, what's his name? Zubimendi. Declan Rice is their revolutionary midfielder. And they've got Eze and Odegaard, both of them, who play the other position in midfield.
Yeah.
Where would Tonali play? He'd be a mug to even go there.
I don't even know, bro.
So that would be weird. Plus, apparently Newcastle won 80 million for him.
Your guy mad. He's not worth 80.
No, he's kind of worth 80 million. Come on, man. If you think about the actual going rate of midfielders, bro.
Tonali's gold, but
Tonali's worth 80 million. Declan Rice was 105 million. Tonali's definitely worth.
That's because Declan Rice was overpriced as hell, bro.
But all midfielders are, bro. This is what I'm saying.
Bro, if Tonali's not 80, bro.
So who do you think? Adam Wharton, bro. People are talking about 80, 90 mil for Wharton. Tonali's worth 80 mil.
Let's pay 80, 90 mil for. I'm not paying 80 for Wharton.
Bro,
no.
That's what people are saying, bro.
Bro, I promise you, Wharton will be about 50, 60.
Cameron said Tonali will play left back for them. It's so true that he's obsessed with playing players.
Yeah. No way, bro. We're not paying that. Big up Benjamin. Petition to get Carl saying as a soundboard.
We might have to do that still.
Big up Jay. We talked yesterday. Spurs have awful players. Yes, we did, Jay. 100%. And
I think this is a little bit of a misconception. I don't think they've got awful players. I think they've got good players and a poor setup. Now, I don't think they have awful players. I think that they don't have awful players.
Their players are all.
No, they don't. They
have a lot of awful players, Jiff. They do.
No, I'm not saying they don't have any awful players. I think it's a misconception that their squad is awful. Their squad is not awful. I can go through their team and name you a lot of good players.
True.
Just because they don't have any world beaters doesn't mean they don't have good players.
Their squad. We got Jay. We initiated the Geertruida deal like Tuesday. Yeah, I know. I remember you saying actually, Jay.
Still short notice, Jay.
We got Casey. Drift FSG runs on. Okay. BMT, my G, Black Man timing. That's crazy, bro. We're trying to say man's was late in that. We're trying to say, fam. We got Asim. Got no right back, and we signed no one. City got no centre back and signed Guehi and Semenyo. That's why they're getting more titles than us. We need a six to team lacking physicality. Facts.
It is all down to ambition. Facts.
Yeah, no ambition.
If you lot went through it and actually think that they got more awful players than they don't, then I think you lot are just being very harsh. Because if you lot got some of the players they've got, if you're calling players like Simmons, Kulusevski, Maddison, Kudus, Solanke, Sarr, Basuma, if you're saying they're awful players, then you lot are going too far. They might not be world beaters, but they're not awful players at all. They're not awful players. Poro, Udogie,
their midfield is terrible, blood.
They're not awful players. They're not amazing.
Their midfield is terrible.
You're going
other than Maddison, that you rate, and I think Madison's good, by the way.
Kulusevski, Kudus, and Simmons are good players.
I'll put Kulusevski like in the front three. So I said Kulusevski's good, by the way, and I'm not saying he's not good.
Okay.
Yeah,
they don't have world beaters, but they're not awful.
Remember, I said midfield. Remember, they're midfield. Remember, I'm giving ratings to Kulusevski. I'm giving ratings to Kudus, and
Maddison.
That's it. Solanke's. I know he scored a
Silly.
great goal, but
No, Solanke's good. Solanke isn't amazing, but he's good.
he's not good, bro.
This is what I'm saying. They don't have amazing players, but they have good
Solanke is
players.
very average. I know he scored an amazing goal. He's very average, bro.
He's better than like 60-70% of the strikers in the league.
Their good players are Jed Spence.
Yeah, see, there's another good player.
Who?
Yeah, that's another good player.
Yeah, no, they're good players. They're good.
Toro's
Good players are
Spence
Jed
is good,
Spence,
Udogie's good.
Kulusevski, and Kudus, and Madison. That's it.
Romero's good. He's not amazing, but he's still good.
All right, Romero's decent. He's decent.
Sarr is good.
Pap Sarr.
Yeah, he's good. He's not amazing, but he's good. He's a good midfielder. You're not being harsh,
I'll
man.
walk into any top 4 team, in your opinion.
No, but he doesn't have to be a top 4 player to be a good player. That's what I mean. Like, I think you lot are judging him against like league winning.
Better than Bruno Gomes.
No, he's not better than Gomes. But that doesn't mean he isn't good, though.
Oh, Pap Sarr is an average midfielder. Bro, he's average.
I think you lot are
Big
being
up
harsh.
Tobes. Tobes will tell you that.
I think you lot are being harsh. I think they've got some good players.
I think Pap Sarr's like he's an average midfielder. Like he's got traits, but
Gray is a good player. The youngster Gray.
No, we said he's got potential. He's got potential.
Again, I think you lot are judging it about like would they get in the Liverpool team? No, but they're not rubbish players. They're not rubbish players. They're in a poor system under poor management in a structure that don't want to win. I'm telling you now. And what Man United should be an example.
Well, you rate the manager. You and Carl rate the manager, you know.
Know what he's doing
I
at
said
Spurs.
this from day about that manager.
No, I don't rate what he's doing
rate
at Spurs. I don't rate what he's doing at Spurs.
No, you rate that manager. Remember, you know what's he's
yeah,
good.
what he did at Brentford was very good.
You don't rate that manager. So if he's that good and he's got good players, why are they in 14th?
Just remember this. Sometimes in football, you have to look past what you're currently seeing. And I think too many people are always in the here and the now. It's not just about that. Nobody would have foreseen any manager changing the fortunes of Man United the way Carrick has, because everyone thought their squad was so shit, it wasn't possible. And all of a sudden, a change of formation, a change of tactics, and a new breath of life in the team.
Man United
and
have
now
way
we've
more
got players playing way better than we thought they were capable of playing.
Man United have way more weapons than Spurs. What are we doing here?
Nobody would have said that 2-3 months ago, Matt. No, Matt, nobody would have said that 2-3 months ago. Everyone said they had the most garbage squad in the league, bro. We can't do the revisionism thing, bro. Come on, we can't do the revisionism thing.
No, bro, I promise you. Man United have more weapons, especially up front. I said it. Mbeumo, Cunha, and even Sesko, who I don't rate, is better than Solanke, and Kulusevski and Kudus. It is better. I hate to say it.
I think if Tottenham's front line is everybody's fully fit, Maddison, Kulusevski, Kudus, and Simmons and Solanke, I think it's arguable whether Cunha,
Man United better, bro.
And Mbeumo. No, that's
Man United.
That's
I hate them.
No,
it's
that's
better,
a conversation.
Bro.
That's a conversation. In my opinion, that's a conversation.
I hear what you said.
I think Kudus plays for Man United. Like straight away. Like I don't even think that's a question. If Kudus went Man United,
I'm a big Kudus fan, but I'll say this. If we're talking about output, Mbeumo smokes him. But I just prefer Kudus as a player.
That's always been
I prefer him as a player.
Yeah, that's always been the issue with Kudus, consistency.
Yeah, and if you're going striker for striker,
I'm picking Solanke.
I don't rate Sesko. So like,
so you pick Solanke.
Maybe by
Solanke's a better striker than Sesko. Come on, man. We're not doing it. Come on, we can't do the revisionism.
Yeah. No, I'll give it that. But this is the problem. Cunha is better than whoever they got next. Whoever it is.
Is he really better than Maddison? Is he really?
No.
I'm not gonna lie. Is he?
Madison's a 10. You compare Maddison to Bruno Fernandes, and even though Maddison is more of my style of player.
No, I'd go Bruno over Maddison because of consistency.
Bro, Bruno.
All right. Is Cunha better than Kulusevski? Kulusevski's a baller, bro. Is Cunha better than Kulusevski? Not really.
People won't like what I'm about to say. People won't like what I'm about to say. I've always said this about Kulusevski. I think he's a purple patch overrated player. I think he's decent. He's good. Like he's decent. He's a little bit overrated. But no, that's not me calling him crap.
He was carrying Tottenham last season, you know.
I don't want to do too much because Toby's gonna try and meet me in the car park or something. I'm not trying to do that. Yeah, big up Toby, big up Tobes. Kulusevski's decent, but I don't. No, do you know what? Let me rephrase it.
Good.
Kulusevski's good. I think.
You know what? If they had a new manager who knew he was doing and could utilize them, even players like Bentancur, you'd actually realize are good players. They just look bad.
Finished now. He can't move.
Yeah, maybe the injuries. Maybe. Yeah. I hear you, but what I'm saying is like you see me personally. I even think under the right tutelage, you could still get the best out of Basuma. I'm not gonna forget how good he was just because he's looked shit at Tottenham.
Bro. He's cooked.
But I remember the talent. If he left and went to a new environment, who knows, bro? Like, I'm not just going to keep
his career has fumbled. He needs to go Galatasaray or something. He done.
Look, I'm just saying. I don't think that squad's as bad as people say.
He needs to go. In fact, he needs to go link up with Saint Max. Them man there, you know them man there. Like them man are on the same wavelength, bro.
Yeah, bro, he was bad yesterday because he hasn't played for weeks. When was the last time Basuma played?
I understand that, bro. Do you know the problem is? Although I think Basuma was like, I always thought it was good. I know you and Kyle proper rated. I think Basuma's good. I think
that player doesn't just disappear, man. Circumstances make you look shit. Talent is still there.
No, he's still got talent. I just think I don't know if he's got the drive. Something happened to him.
No, that's true. I hear that. But we're just talking about talent when we're talking.
No, I agree. The talent's there. You can see, bro. Basuma baller, but yeah.
I just think they've got a lot of good players, personally.
No, fair.
They need a couple worldies in there. That's all.
Drift again. You never left the. They're talking about the Slot.
Anytime I speak positive about Slot, if I even say the most remote nice thing, you know, I could say, I like the jacket he was wearing today. No, Slot, and then, that's because you're Slot in Drift. Like, fuck you, no.
Big up Uncle Rod, Drifty, give it up. Slot is a butt. I pick up Uncle Rod. Uncle, yeah, Uncle. Say how it is, Uncle. Big up Uncle Rod. Hope you're well, Unks, man. Trust me. My brother. Big up Jay. Sacking a manager after winning a UEFA Champions League is silly. This is all right, Jay. If that's what you think, Jay. You know what I'm saying? That's what you think, bro. We spent that 400 million to win the UEFA Champions League. That's the goal. No, Jay's the biggest.
You know what? I wouldn't even be surprised if that was
Jay
true.
Nearly, yeah.
No, but if you think about all the stuff the manager said in the summer, I wouldn't even be shocked if that's true.
What?
All he kept talking about was Champions League. In the summer, Slot just kept talking about Champions League. He didn't even talk about the league. He just kept talking about the Champions League.
You know what? I will actually kind of slyly reason with you. I've never seen a man mention another team as much as he has in my entire life.
Yeah. I'm telling you, bro. I wouldn't be shocked if his aim was to win the Champions League. I'm not even going to.
Do you know what I will say? All jokes aside, I think he's prioritized champs over the Prem. If I'm being honest.
Well, he should have recently because of how poor we've been in the league. But yeah, like, I wouldn't be shocked.
We got Kai Lewis. We are blurred by results. Spurs got rid of their manager after winning the European trophy, and that's Spurs. They showed ambition. We're not. I don't care what he wins. Leave.
The difference is, though, Carl, even though I understand your point, is that Tottenham finished 17th. There's a big difference between 17th and that being like 6th. That is a huge difference.
No, you're right. There is a big difference. You're right. I agree.
That's one step away from relegation. That means
even if we finish 6th, as much as I'll be pissed off, finishing 6th and winning champs and finishing 14th and winning Europa, there's a big difference.
They finished 17th, Matt.
Sorry, 17th.
Man, you that finished 15th. They finished 17th.
Yeah.
Do you know that's only the one place above the relegation?
That's mad.
That's what. And remember, the Europa League doesn't have anywhere as much as prestige as the Champions League either. So everything in that scenario doesn't equate to similarities. But
yeah. No, agree. Big up slot 117. A random fun one. Ranked Tevez, Aubameyang, Mandzukic, Dzeko Could be career or prime. You decide how your ranking is. Well, okay. So let me see. Tevez, Aubameyang ranking. Sorry, Tevez,
Aubameyang, Jacquet, Mandzukic.
All right, Mandzukic goes last, in my opinion.
In fact, if you're actually talking about careers, Jacquet above Aubameyang. If you're talking about careers, but if you're talking about talent, Aubameyang.
Should we just say prime? Because you know what? Do you know what it is? Let's do prime first. Who's best in their prime? Who's the best in their prime?
Tevez is number one regardless.
I think he goes Tevez, then Aubameyang. Yeah.
The talent.
Yeah. Then Jacquet.
Yeah.
Then Mandzukic.
Yeah.
Now, if we're going career,
then you swap Aubameyang and Jacquet.
Yeah. Because we have to be real. When Aubameyang left Arsenal, it kind of,
Jacquet's just got way more trophies. So if you're talking about career, then the trophies have to
even
be
in Serie A, though, Jacquet was kind of still going on. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think Jacquet's still playing now, ain't he? If I'm not,
I think he might be still.
Jacquet must be nearly 40. How old is Jacquet?
Jacquet got mad still. I can't lie.
You know what? Jacquet goes down as one of the most underrated players.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
I mean,
big up Jay. He says Tonali better than Rice.
Mandzukic, you know what? Mandzukic's career is actually quite up there still. He has got a lot of trophies for real. I just can't put Mandzukic above any of them.
Yeah, because I think it's the playing style. But you know what? Though? I might have to go back and check the accolades.
Mandzukic in Italy, I'm sure Mandzukic has won more than Aubameyang.
I think you're right, bro. By a minute, I already know he definitely has. You know what I'm saying?
Go. Finish the super. Let me go and have a look.
Yeah. Jay saying Tonali better than Rice. That's definitely a debate. I think Tonali's cold. Big up Jay. If they have a manager who can use them every year, I hear it, bro. Big up Jay again. All right, I know the Prem is the Prem, but big is major. No, I hear that, Jay. 100. Finishing 5th and Champions League, is that enough? Ask me if it happens, Jay. Do you know why? I don't want to sit here and cap and say yes or no when I don't know how I would genuinely feel if that happens. So I know it's a bit of a cop-out, but ask me if that happens. Then I can give you an honest answer. I won't know until if it actually happens. One Premier League, one Champions League. It's a risk to sack him with those.
I'm not going to lie, Matt. Mandzukic actually goes second. He goes above Jacquet. Bruv, listen to this. Ram was right. 2-time Footballer of the Year for Croatia. 2-time top goal scorer, 1 Champions League, 2 German league titles, 5 Italian league titles, 1 Super Cup, 2 German league domestic cups, 1 FIFA Club World Cup, 1 German Super Cup, 3 Italian cups, 2 Italian Super Cups, 1 Spanish Super Cup, 3 times league winner in Croatia, and twice League Cup winner in Croatia, and he's also gone on to be a Qatari champion. He actually might be more decorated than Tevez. Mandzukic might actually have the... No, in fact, I can say Mandzukic is actually the most decorated player out of all of them. Oh my days. I didn't realize how much he'd achieved outside.
I knew he won stuff. I just didn't realize he won.
I knew his Italy accomplishments were there. I didn't know he had all them other...
No, that's magic. That's shit. Crazy. Big up
Mandzukic is top, bro. Mandzukic is actually
madman. Big up Jay. Oh no, hold on, wrong one. Where is it? What? Big up Jay again. I'm slut up, by the way. It's hypothetical. No, I hear it. I know Jay. I already know. Jay, I know Jay slut up. Jay, my dog. He's told me from time.
Oh yeah, World Cup runner-up. I'm not even gonna lie, for real. Yeah, Mandzukic for career is actually at the top. That's mad. You see how you should always do your research and not just go off memory. Because for real, we was putting Mandzukic at the bottom, and he's actually the best. But I think it was because we just kept thinking about ability. Because he is the worst out of them in terms of ability. Do you know what I mean? So,
man played like Ultra Magnus, blood.
He was good though.
No, it was decent, but you know what? He's not my style of striker. I think that's probably what
he was. The like the architectural big man. You know, like that. Yeah. That's what Mandzukic was. He was like target man. He was like the definition of like target in that World Cup when Croatia got to the final. He was so good in that tournament as well. I can't even lie.
He was a target man. That's what I'm saying. Like, no, I hear it. Big up Ram. He says Drift, treble winner, World Cup runner-up, scored a goal in the champs and World Cup final, only player to score in them finals alongside that. No, I hear it, Ram. I hear it.
No, in terms of career, yeah, Mandzukic goes at the top of the list for real. That's actually mad.
I can't really. Yes, mad. Still, Mandzukic, crazy.
Yeah, man.
But people, listen. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. Big up Cal, who was kind of here in spirit. You know what I'm saying? With the ad libs and dropping the audio ones, and you know what I'm saying. Big up Cal each and every time. I hope he gets better soon. Big up you guys in the chat. I say each and every time, you guys are the greatest. You guys are the best. Without you guys, we can't do this. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, you guys are the real MVPs. And like I'll say before, well, like I said, sorry already. Smash the like button. Subscribe, all that good stuff. On the road to 50k, help us get there. Another reminder, this video is sponsored by okjerseys.com. We can go and get your football jerseys for about £15. Use code Kopish and get 8% off. Guys, hope you guys enjoyed the show.
Code, guys, for that. Scan the QR code.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, sorry. There. See right there, chat. QR code there. Make sure you go and do that as well. You get what I'm saying? We'll be back, obviously. Actually, I don't know when we'll be back. We'll be back this week, though, 100%. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Tomorrow. Yeah, probably tomorrow, actually. Either tomorrow or Wednesday we'll be back. So make sure you tune in. We'll have something for you guys. You get me? So pause on that, by the way. Pause. But yeah, we'll have some football content. I had to really think about it.
I didn't even hear what you said, so I
had to really think about it. Football content for you guys. As always, but no, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Drift, anything you want to say before we take people up, bro?
Nah, man. Just big up everyone as always. Hope everyone's had a good day. Hope we could bring a little fun into your lives for a couple of hours or take your mind off anything bad you're going through. Keep your head up, people, if you are. And big up your damn selves. Make sure you smash the like button. And you know what? We always forget to do this as well because it's just like not in our nature. But I guess in the line of work of what we do, we have to sometimes be shameless. Guys, get Matt to 3,000 on YouTube subscribers. Matt One Show. I don't know why he's not already there. And I'm on my road to 4,000. Can you get me to 4,000 as well, please?
I haven't streamed. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, but yeah.
Like, it's just one of them things that's like, can you just get, I mean, I think Cal's on the road to 7,000 as well. Can we get Cal to 7,000? Like, come on, guys. Just show a little love. You know what I mean? And we're also on Spotify as well, guys. So don't forget.
Yes, we are.
Link in the description. Or you can just, in fact, let me give them the link again just to make it easier. You can
tomorrow, fam. Tomorrow, Medea. Trust me, Medea. You get notification bell. Trust me, bro. Medea tomorrow.
Let me give you the link right now to our
to our YouTube channel?
No, to our Spotify. I'm just gonna do
that now.
Spotify,
sorry.
Okay. Yeah, because a lot of people don't know we're on there, and I know a lot of people do actually enjoy listening to Spotify.
Yeah, you calling me a liar? Okay, cool. Wait till tomorrow, innit? Wait till tomorrow. All right.
So I'm going to put the link in the chat right now for anyone. Make sure you come. And you know what, guys? We will be bringing you guys an exclusive Spotify show. That means it's the only place you can get it, meaning you will have to come and join us over there to enjoy that show. That will be happening very, very soon. So the link is in the chat right there, guys. Come and join us and enjoy our shows over on Spotify as well. Yeah, that's it, bro. Housekeeping out the way.
Come on, indeed. I just read something mad. I just see some kind of breaking news. It's NBA, but it says the Lakers and LeBron James are reportedly ready to move on from each other. Anyway,
LeBron and the Lakers, did you say?
Yeah, bro. It's coming to an end now, bro.
Let me ask you this. Even though LeBron's still playing well, is LeBron getting to the point of like Bernard Hopkins, where somebody's going to have to pull him to one side and say, bro, retire?
No, but the Lakers are a bad fit for him.
Okay.
They're a bad fit right now.
He doesn't want to end up outside the ropes, upside down.
No,
you don't want to get to that point. You know what I mean?
What it is like on another team, he could probably still be useful, but on the Lakers, where you've got a Luka who can't play defense, and neither can LeBron anymore. having two players that can't play defense is like a recipe for disaster, bro. Like him and Luka are like traffic cones, bro. They don't move. LeBron will put in more effort than Luka. LeBron's still a better defender than Luka. How about that? In my opinion, but
do you think they're struggling to like? Because you know sometimes like sportsmen struggle what life will be like without the sport. So it's like they can't leave, and then they just get to a point where they're so bad, the memory gets like blurred. Because that's what I hate even about my goal. Because that's kind of what happened a little bit with Holyfield. Like I feel like he didn't know what life would be like after, but and he just kept fighting when he shouldn't have. And then it was come on, bro, man, you've got to like, you know what I mean? Like,
do you know what it is, bro? No, it's not. LeBron is 41 years of age. Obviously, like he's past his prime, but he still could be. Put it like this: if the Lakers actually had defenders, so let's just say like all of their roster, you had Luka Doncic, who's the main guy. You still got Bron, and you got the rest of the guys are like mainly that defensive. Like you got two wings that are defensive wings, and say you got a really defensive center who's better than flipping. What's my man's name again? Oh my days, Ayton. Yeah, better than Ayton who can't move. Then it can work. But the problem is, Lakers are very offensive heavy. Like very. I didn't even mention Austin Reeves. Like they're very. When the Lakers have the ball and when it works, it's cold, and they're still a good team. But against you see these young bucks.
They've just got too much energy.
Yeah, bro, man, at 25, running up and down the court, shooting threes, like it's just madness. And then
like trying to chase your kids in the park. At some point, you got to realize you can't catch them. Like,
you can't. Bro, you can't do much. Like it's problems. Big up Jamrock. He says LeBron is making 50 million. He ain't giving up. Facts, Jamrock. There'll be a split in the summer because I just see the last bit who says
how can he still be making that much at his age though?
Because, bro, it's LeBron.
And he's got enough money to not worry about wages now. He's got his fingers in so many pots, bro.
So LeBron will probably leave the Lakers this season. He might retire. I think he will retire personally. But that's just my thing. But remember, LeBron's a brand, bro. So when they're talking about, you're giving it, bruv, it's LeBron.
But that's why I don't think he'd have to worry about wages because he's got all that money outside of basketball.
Bruv, LeBron is a billionaire.
This is what I mean. So, like, the wages in the he's playing for the love of the game, and he can't.
It's the human inside him still thinking like, you know what it's like? It's like the equivalent of me thinking I could just pull up to Power League at my age and just like.
And still be sick
with the guys that are 25.
Yeah, I know.
I might be able to still do some like, do you know what I mean? Like the dribbling or whatever. But as soon as it comes to like, Matt, that was your guy. You're supposed to mark him. I'm like, brother, like, you know, I'm sticking at man. Like, I can't even, what are you talking about? I can't mark him. I can't get back. It's that kind of pride, isn't it? It's the pride as well. When you're an athlete like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. But people,
I think he gave up that shares he had. I heard that the shares he has in Liverpool he doesn't have anymore. I don't know if that's true or not.
No, I think he still has it, you know.
I heard he sold it.
Still has it. As far as I think he still has it. I think, but I'm not too sure.
If he leaves, where will he go? He can't go back to Cleveland again, surely.
He might do. I think he retires though, bro. I think he retires. He retires. In my opinion, he retires. 41 years of age, 23 years in the league. Your son, you managed to get your son drafted into the same. Bro, listen, you're LeBron.
How many rings has he got?
4.
I see.
2 with Miami, 1 with Cleveland, 1 with Lakers.
He wants a 5th, innit? He might not give up.
He would like a 5th, but I'll be real. If I'm not mistaken, there's not many players that's won it with 3 different teams. Yeah, like I said, 2 with Miami, 1 with Cleveland, 1 with Lakers. Not many people can say they can do that still. And I know people say like super teams and whatnot. Like I hear it, but yeah, you still got to be able to like different cities, different playbook. Like it's a lot to do. So, but yeah, people, listen. Big up your damn self each and every time. Like I said, we'll be back later on this week. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you look out for the notification bells as well. you know what I'm saying? Keep an eye on our big up channels as well. Keep an eye on those. There'll be some games this week. We're just finalizing on what's going on there, but there'll definitely be games this week on big up on mine and Drew's channel. Keep an eye out for our YouTube channels and Cal's YouTube channel as well. And yeah, man, you guys enjoy the rest of your evening / morning, afternoon, whenever you decide to watch this. It's Team Kopish, transfer deadline, Jeremy Jacquet. It's a done deal, and we move people. Take care. God bless. Right, people. Love.
Peace.